holding tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces turn stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious, make Sylvia spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody. Y'all can see what I was doing, right? My hair is out. Now I had to push it down a little bit because it was all over the place. Let me show you how long it got. Look how long it got, y'all. Look, look, look. Look, y'all. And I had to push it down. Hello everybody. Where was I trying to get this poof done? You know, this poof stuff here, you know, like this. Look at it, y'all. Look how long my hair got. Hello. So I'm gonna eventually straighten it and wear it out eventually. But I probably put braids in it one more time. One more time with the braids, y'all. One more time. One more time. One more again. Hey everybody. Shout out to all the folks that kept reaching out to me, thinking something went wrong. And I was taking an old person's nap. And that's what I was doing because I'm officially what you call old, okay? You can twist it up and it'll be cute. That's an idea, Angel. Get it twisted up. Yeah, I think so. Okay, y'all, I heard that I heard a lot of stuff been going on. Sylvia getting ready for a hot summer girl. Yeah, sure is, y'all, because y'all see the arms out. See the arms out? I know folks are waiting for me to say something. All right, y'all. Well, let's talk about this stuff because YSL Lauren. Hey, um, I heard that Mr. Steele replied to the state's motion of revocation for Jeffrey Williams' probation, and basically he cleared my name. Get some finger waves to help it grow. Can I do finger waves with natural hair? Can I do that, Dallas? Can I do finger wave with natural hair? Oh, okay. All right, that's it. Okay. I guess if I straighten it and lay it down and okay. Well, let's stay on focus. Let's stay focused, y'all. Let's stay focused. Let's leave the hair stuff alone. We'll talk about that afterwards. But anyway, Mr. Steele basically said that Mr. Williams did nothing wrong. And also he cleared my name. But see, the thing is, Toya, I don't understand this. I do not understand this. When in my video, which if I have to go and play it and to the judge, in my video, I specifically said what I said. I said that she doesn't want her face shown, right? I did not go and say, "Oh, here she is." I don't know. But anyway, they made it seem as if let me just read what Mr. Steele said, and then we can go on. Let's see. Hold on a second. But hello, everybody. Hello. Yes. Okay. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. My allergy's still acting up. Sorry. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, y'all. I have allergies, okay? And I'm one of those stubborn people that refuse to take medicine, okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Pula. Oh, I got to sneeze again. Hold on. It's coming out. I feel sick. Sorry. It's tickling my throat. It's tickling. Thank you. Could somebody send me the thing that Mr. Steele did? I don't have a copy of it. Could somebody email it to me, please, so I can put it up on the screen so somebody we can read it? I thought somebody sent it to me, but I guess not. Calling folks out. Oh my God, my throat is itching. My apologies if it sounds nasty. Yeah, that pollen is ridiculous out there. Hey, my guy, how you doing? Hey, everybody, smash the like button. Please share it and I'll go all over the place. Let it go all over the place. Hey, YSL Lauren, you might get in trouble by giving yourself that name. You might get yourself in trouble. All right, I need to put this disclaimer out on my page because for some strange reason, people are really trying it out there. Okay, let me go ahead on and put this disclaimer. I have to put it out because here it is. Disclaimer. I, infamous Sylvia, am part of the new media, a trial vlogger who reports facts with an entertainment undertone. That is what I do. This is who I am. I report the facts as I see it, as I hear it in the courtroom. I try not to be biased, but sometimes as a human being, we tend to lean towards one side. Not that we mean to, but sometimes based on our personal experience in life, we tend to lean a certain side. Okay. When I entered into the YSL case, I was one-sided, meaning I was totally against gangs. I was totally against it because of the things that are alleged that supposedly they did. But as I sat in that courtroom day after day, listening to the evidence that were being presented, I slowly changed from my stance where I was at, because based on the information that was provided in court. Okay. Now, from the day I started covering this case, I was faced with obstacles from the prosecution side. Okay. From day one, I was having trouble getting in. First of all, I'm an independent individual. Independent meaning that I'm not controlled by any kind of corporation, and my infamous Sylvia is a real business that is registered with the state of Georgia and also with the federal government. Saying I'm buffering. Am I buffering? Anthony says I'm buffering. You guys, am I buffering with you guys? Am I buffering? Okay, Anthony, it's your page. Lauren said I'm not buffering. I'm not buffering, they said. No, I'm not buffering. It's your page, Anthony. Wherever you are, thank you. Wherever you are, you probably need to move from that spot and go to another spot. Because all right, I need the actual paperwork, y'all. Y'all keep sending me to a website. I need the actual paperwork. Y'all getting on my nerve. Y'all really getting on my nerve now. I asked for the paperwork. I don't need to go to those persons there because I gotta download it all. Like, oh my God. You said, Infamous Sylvia, you need to fix your setup to allow Cat and other channels to redirect to your channel. I did that before. Mimi, I don't see your email. Mimi, I don't see your email. Mimi, do you have my right email? Because I don't see your email from you. Mimi, I don't see your email. Are you sending it to sparks1565@gmail.com? I don't see anything from you, Mimi. Nothing. 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 Nothing from you, Mimi. Okay, I need the paperwork. Lord, okay. Why is he saying he's Anthony? You're buffering. Okay, I need to go. Kat was trying to send everyone over to me. Need to hire technical. Are they going to pay for the technical assistant? Are they going to pay for his technical assistant? Y'all, I'm thank you. Mimi keeps sending me. Okay, screenshot is not gonna work, Mimi. It's not gonna work, Mimi. I need the paperwork. You know what? I think I'm gonna give up for today. I think I'm gonna give up for today. Y'all keep sending me screenshots and stuff. Y'all don't understand with me and this computer. Oh my God. Can somebody just send me the paperwork? All this screenshot. Hold on, let me go to Thugger Daily site. Hold on. Maybe he downloaded it. Hold on. Oh my God, these screenshots and all. I keep telling them I'm not tech savvy, and these folks, man, they don't listen. They don't listen at all. Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead on and go get it. Let me go to Thugger Daily's page. Let me go to Thugger Daily's page. Hold on, y'all. You see how long it's taken? If they would have sent it to me from the beginning, then I wouldn't have to go through all of this. But most of y'all have read it already, probably. I am going to Thugger Daily's page now. I am going to Thugger Daily's page. Okay, I am on Thugger Daily's page, but it's not letting me inside this page. Okay, here we go. Thugger Daily. And don't talk about me. I don't care if y'all talk about me either. There we go. We're on Thugger Daily. Here it goes. His Google Drive. Did he put it on his Google Drive? Yeah. Oh Lord, he put it on his All right, I'm gonna just use his page because this is irritating. All right, this is what happens when you get old, y'all. Don't get old because then you start acting like me. Y'all start acting like me. Have no patience. You know what? Toya, stop it. What is wrong with y'all? You know, I'm so sick of y'all. I'm so sick of y'all. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Shout out to Duncan Daly. This is from his page because I don't know what happened to my access to stuff. You know, they take all of my stuff away. Whatever access I had, they were trying to ruin me. All right, here we go. And I'm not gonna read all of it. Oh, it's so little, man. I need it on my own stuff so I can, you know, this is crazy. It's not making it bigger. Now I can't see. All right, I can't see, y'all. My glasses, I can't even read this. I'm serious. If I had it downloaded on my stuff, that's why I keep asking folks, could you send it to me if it's downloaded? Can you send it to me? Can y'all send? Thank you. Somebody finally did it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the person that just sent it to me. I appreciate you. You are so the bomb. I'm firing all my other people. Even though I don't pay them, but I'm firing them. Hold on. I think I got it now. Yeah, somebody just sent them to me. Thank you, Miss EF. I'm just going to say EF because I don't want them to know who you are because you send it to me. All right, here you go. Y'all sending one page at a time too? Oh my God. All right, I give up. Everybody keeps sending to me one page. I want it where it shows a whole document. I can go scroll up and all that. Cause y'all keep sending me bits and pieces. And when I try to push it on here, I got to open up so many boxes, so many things. Okay. I want it regular. Oh my God, y'all. Why y'all just can't send it to me in the whole format, a whole page? At least with hers, I can go and make it bigger. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let me stop showing this one. Let's go in here and get this one here. Can somebody just send me the whole document without pages of different download? Come on now, people. Lord, Father God, help me. Help me, dear Lord. Help me. I can't get no help in this matter. Okay, let me just read it from this phone here. Maybe I can make it bigger. Here's the problem. When y'all send it to me this way, I can't see. I can't see it. I can't make it bigger. Okay. Okay, somebody said go to Cat. Cat's read it. Okay, Cat, I'm gonna go to your page. Hold on. Let me go to Cat's page. Hold on. Since she read it, and I don't have to read it. Okay, here we go. All right, Cat, I'm gonna go in there. Thank you, Cat, for having.
It's short. We're going to take a look at it. Joseph Papp had shared it. I believe Thugger Daily also. I assume Thugger Daily has also shared it, and it's like 4 pages. So if you missed the state's motion, we looked at that yesterday. That was a time that's linked in the description if you want to go back and check that out. People have had a lot of thoughts, and let's see what Steele and Adams say here. So filed today this morning. Make this bigger. Mr. Williams' response to state's motion to revoke probation comes now. Jeffrey Williams, and his name is spelled correctly this time, by and through undersigned counsel, and hereby files this response to state's motion to revoke probation in the above referenced case. In support of this response, Mr. Williams shows as follows. On or about April 2nd, 2025 at 7:48 p.m. Why are we calling this out? The state filed a motion to revoke Mr. Williams' probation. They're underscoring the time. The prosecution must place in writing, pursuant to the Due Process Clause of the United States Constitution. So, federal procedure, federal requirement, as well as the state constitution, the specific act or acts that Mr. Williams supposedly committed to violate his probationary sentence. As shown below, the prosecution's motion to revoke Mr. Williams' probation fails on its face to allege any conduct by Mr. Williams that would rise to a violation of the probationary sentence. So there you go. Quick summary of their response here. They didn't articulate what the violation is. Taken in light most favorable to the prosecution's allegations. So we're looking at this in the best light for the state. We're giving them the benefit of the doubt in this motion to revoke probation. This honorable court could not find, as a matter of law, or as a matter of fact or law, that Mr. Williams violated any term of his sentence. And here they cite Miller v. State. The Honorable Court of Appeals of Georgia reversed the trial court's determination that Mr. Miller violated his probation since there was no, and this is going to continue since this is pictures, we got to switch windows. And this is a 2025 decision that they're citing here. So there was no evidence to support these findings. The state's motion to revoke probation must allege conduct, which, if proven by a preponderance of the evidence, shows that Mr. Williams violated a term of his probation in the specific manner charged in the motion to revoke probation. So we've got 2 issues here, right? The term, there has to be a term of which can be violated in his deal. So the terms of his probation, the term has to be there. And then it's also got to be articulated in this motion to revoke probation. We need those 2 things. And they cite here Moten v. State. As discussed below, taken in the light most favorable to the prosecution's assertions, Mr. Williams did not violate any term of probation, and thus the state's motion to revoke probation must be dismissed at this time with prejudice. So they can't raise this issue again. And I'm sure, like, you know, it must be dismissed. And it's not unusual to suggest with prejudice, but I feel like you have to emphasize when you're dealing with Fulton County with prejudice. Don't just give them the red carpet to keep trying to do this thing over and over and over again. The material allegations in the state's motion to revoke probation are as follows. So, 1, at a preliminary hearing in an unrelated case, the magistrate court ordered that no witness be shown on television while testifying, and a, quote, known blogger deliberately violated, end quote, that court's order by posting on social media a photograph of investigator Viverito. This allegation has nothing to do with Mr. Williams. First, even if the, quote, known blogger did not violate the magistrate court's order as asserted in the state's motion to revoke Mr. Williams' probation, because there was no image shown of investigator Viverito while testifying in this unrelated proceeding, this allegation cannot support the revocation of Mr. Williams' probation. So, great succinct argument here, but there's layers to that, right? Like, there's a separate proceeding, and somehow Jeffrey Williams reposting a picture that has Viverito in it, an old picture. It's not any footage from a trial or hearing, or specifically this hearing that took place in the OMF case over the past week. It's a different picture entirely. He reposts that with the caption of biggest liar in the DA office.
Thank you, Tia.
How the state doesn't articulate how that's a violation of a term of Jeffrey Williams' probation. And in fact, they don't even identify the, quote, known blogger. So they're not even being specific in their accusation of what happened and how it relates to Mr. Williams. 2, Mr. Williams, quote, ... amplified this blogger's act by reposting the image with the caption, Marissa Viverito. Now pay attention here. This is they're quoting the state's motion here, where the state said, Marissa Viverito is the biggest liar in the DA's office. They're saying that those words, Marissa Viverito is the biggest liar in the DA's office, the state in their motion was saying that was the caption of the image repost.
They lied.
So what does Steele and Adams argue? First, there is no suggestion that Mr. Williams knew of the magistrate court's order not to show investigator Viverito on television while testifying. So this footnote's important. A person cannot violate an order unless they have knowledge of the order itself. Second, the allegation asserts that Mr. Williams reposted an image and wrote a caption. This allegation does not violate the magistrate court's order or Mr. Williams' conditions of probation. We got a footnote here that says, additionally, if a hearing is needed, if we even need to have a hearing on this, there will be no competent evidence that Mr. Williams was the person to repost any image or write any caption as alleged in the state's motion to revoke probation. Because remember, they had a section in their motion that said direct threats. And in their exhibits, their exhibit A contained multiple posts from different people. And one person screenshotted, it seems like they reshared Young Thug, but they added their own caption talking about how Viverito used to live in the same community where the poster, who's not Jeffrey Williams, had a bunch of Airbnbs, and she did something to mess that up. Somehow the state's including that as an exhibit that somehow Jeffrey Williams is responsible for.
Hey, Kat.
So this is a great point here. Like, how do these exhibits tie back to Jeffrey Williams? They're claiming he's responsible for them. 3, and also important language here, actually. So this last sentence here, third, there's no violation of Mr. Williams' probation by reposting an image on social media and opining that investigator Viverito is untruthful. So opining, it's an opinion. He has the right to say that. That's not a violation.
It's not.
To have an opinion, there's nothing in his terms of his probation that restrict him from having an opinion. 3, the prosecution asserts that Mr. Williams' repost went, quote, viral, and unknown persons commented on same, which included supposed threats to investigator Viverito, her family, as well as the district attorney. We're not even getting the name here. We're just saying the district attorney. This is reminiscent of lowercase lawyer love and Hilton. Mr. Williams, undersigned counsel, And all moral persons do not condone threatening another without justification. However, these comments on social media by unknown persons cannot be attributed to Mr. Williams in order to support a violation of his probationary sentence. For the state's motion to revoke Mr. Williams' probation then lists, quote, direct threats in the attached exhibits. Yes, this was such a pet peeve. They gave a whole section header describing direct threats. That was the section header. And then underneath, there's no direct threats. Again, this allegation did not allege any act attributed to Mr. Williams to support a violation of the probationary sentence. 5. The prosecution speciously alleges that Mr. Williams is conducting a, quote, calculated campaign of intimidation, harassment, and misinformation designed to undermine the legal process, and other baseless assertions. These conclusions do not support a motion to revoke Mr. Williams' probationary sentence. And 6. The remainder of the state's motion to revoke probation is argument without any substance to allege an illegal or unlawful act conducted by Mr. Williams. So, real short and sweet. And again, you need the two things here. So the things that the state's claiming they're not even supporting, and they're also not making a showing or pointing out what exactly the violation is. They haven't pointed out how these things are a violation of this probation agreement. So they go on to say a revocation of Mr. Williams' probation involves the loss of liberty, which is a serious deprivation. And they're citing here Great House v. State. Therefore, Mr. Williams is entitled to due process of law. We've also got Meadows v. Settles. This honorable court may not revoke any part of Mr. Williams' probation unless Mr. Williams admits the violations as alleged in the state's April 2nd, 2025 motion to revoke probation, or unless the evidence produced at the revocation hearing establishes by a preponderance of the evidence the violations alleged. In the case at bar, in the light most favorable to the prosecution's motion to revoke probation, Mr. Williams can admit to all the allegations alleged and still not have violated any term of his probationary sentence. This is a very lawyerly way of saying the state's not using law. They're just making argument. Even if Jeffrey Williams wants to if I directly caused all these things you attached in your exhibits, it's my fault. Still, it's not a violation of the terms. Thus, the state's motion to revoke probation is deficient. Therefore, Mr. Williams asks this honorable court to deny the state's motion to revoke probation without a hearing. If a hearing is needed, Mr. Williams will be prepared. They're going to say this last line was a threat. They're going to say it's a threat. He's going to be prepared. So, wherefore, Mr. Williams respectfully requests this honorable court to order the motion to revoke probation be denied. Then you've got Brian Steele and Keith Adams here. So there you go, guys. We'll get some comments, and then we're going to look at a clip of Fonnie Willis as soon as we ended the stream yesterday.
All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm trying to. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta get her part where she's playing. Bonnie. Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see the video she's getting ready to play with. Cat, where is that video? Okay, I don't see the video that you had for them. But anyway, y'all, that was it for me. I'm going to put the link in if anybody want to come up and have a conversation, because I wanted us to talk about this. I really don't have much to say myself because it's already been said by everybody who's doing their lives and stuff. There's some people who want to throw stones and things like that, but it's all right. It's quite all right. Anybody want to come up, or do I need to go ahead on and end this live? Bonnie needs to leave him alone. She's basically harassing him and hold on a second, let me see. Basically harassing him, and I feel like she's gonna keep doing it until he violates. You think little baby guilty or innocent? I have no opinion. I just bring you facts of what's over happening on the news. No opinion from Sylvia. I am a trial vlogger, Toya. I'm a trial vlogger. I am part of a new media. I'm a trial vlogger. I'm not, I keep telling you, I'm not a journalist or anything like that. I'm a trial vlogger. But I was told all of us are journalists if we report things and write about it. So indirectly we are. I have no smoke for anybody. I just bring you information and people use the information the way they please. You know, it's the narrative that gets me. Anybody can bring out their own narrative, but do they know what the person has in their head and what the purpose of them putting it out? I love that you are not working on any side. I'm not, Kim. I'm not working on any side. I just bring the information as it come out. I mean, they're mad because I'm showing stuff. I mean, what purpose is it? Okay, the last trial that she was on, did they not have her picture out back then? I could show you pages and pages of people who put her picture out the last time she testified. I could show you, even with Gaither. I mean, people acting like I did not violate anything. And this is what, I mean, they mad because I'm giving facts of what's being said. She didn't like that people was calling her a liar. That is the whole truth behind it. People was calling her a liar. Am I going to continue yeah, why not? This is the job God gave me. This is the job God gave me. Okay. First of all, I'm not fearful. I keep telling you, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of what they could do. Okay, what? Jail me? That's the worst you can do to me? Or murder me? If I get murdered, that means, hey, my time here is gone. It's over with. I do not walk in fear of anybody. I keep telling you, God has not given me the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. I cannot do. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Sometimes you have to make sacrifice in life. All the great people did in life. Look at Rosa Parks. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. And John, you're going to ask me, why did I put out it's a picture that was on the website of Fulton County. It's a picture that was on website on Fulton County. If they did not want that picture on it, they should have scrubbed it, social media, and take it down. They should have did that. It's been on the internet. Scrub it if you don't want it on there. Now, if I took a picture of her sitting in the courtroom and I took a picture while she was testifying, then I would be in violation. But if I took an image that is on there, they spell her name, they gave her name. If she wanted to be anonymous, she should have never gave her name. They should have just said an investigator. I mean, you got to take responsibility of your action as well. I'm a reporter. I'm going to report what's going on. I'm going to give you guys the facts. You guys make a decision on whether or not you're going to believe what is being said and what is not. This is a part of our constitutional right. As a reporter, you give out the information. You give out the information. It's a freedom of the press. You give out information. Report it. Yeah, you want to say, okay, vlogger, reporter, whatever it is, this is what I am. I'm bringing you information. I'm bringing you information. I don't care. Y'all, I know half of y'all gonna come at me, but it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. I'm not gonna walk in fear. I'm not scared of none of y'all. It is what it is. I have the freedom of the press, giving information to the people, to the mass, and we're supposed to be transparent in the judicial system. Period. I know it's just a time for the haters to come in and attack me. It is what it is, and they're mad. Okay, all right, and Melissa, I know, definitely, I know I did not do anything wrong. I know for a fact I did not do anything wrong. It's information. I bring out information. That's all I did. If you did not want to give her information out, there should have been a gag order. There should have been a thing saying do not do it at all. Okay. Judge did not say I cannot go on social media and post a picture that's already out there. Did not say that. And I'm not going to sit here and try to justify or argue my side of it because it is what it is. It is what it is, period. I stand on what I believe. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in information being given out. I believe that we should be transparent in any judicial system. That's why so many people get railroaded, because half of them don't have the money, and the only thing they have is a voice from the people. That's it. And for me to give out information, what's happening in the courtroom, I sit in the courtroom to bring you information. That's all I do. Now, if you don't like the information, then maybe I don't need to drop. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. I'm not going to sit back and say and act like I'm afraid. Do you know how much it's like walking into a lion's den every time I go inside that courtroom? Should I be afraid? No, for what? They bleed just like I do. They're going to die just like I will. I mean, come on. And y'all sit around here, Sylvia, when others say freedom of report is putting up phone calls. All right. You know what? Some people I'm just gonna get blocked because I'm not gonna sit here with you guys. The ones coming in here calling me names, y'all getting blocked. I'm not. I don't have time for the nonsense this morning. Really, I don't. I don't. I'm blocking you. You just lost your privilege of being able to type in here. You want to be nasty to me? I'm gonna block you. Hey, Wanda.
Hi, I just have a question in regards to why does it seem like people always, I don't know, think you do bad or think you be wrong? I come and watch you occasionally, and most of the time it's that's what it is. I don't know whether you call them haters or however you want to classify them, but it's just like sometimes if people I'll be hesitant to say stuff because I don't want to get cussed out, hung up on, and all that stuff that you guys do, but just a difference of opinion, which we all have, is looked upon as hating you or coming at you or attacking you.
Ask your
And
question.
as
What's your question?
for me, that's not what I'm doing. Why is it like that for you?
Why is
At your age, why is it like that for you?
it at my
Why do you
age?
think? Hmm
You
Like
gotta tell me.
people,
I'm not the one that's doing it. You tell me why they do it.
I wish I could. I just figured by you being in, this type of, um, I don't know, always being in it, maybe you could offer some insight. But I don't
I
know. I
can't
don't.
offer. I'm not the one. You have to go to the people that's saying it. I don't know. I don't know what's in people's head.
Hmm Okay. So you don't think anything that you ever do could cause any of the situations you be in? I guess that's what I'm asking.
If somebody disagrees with me, of course it would. If you disagree with
Mm,
my action and what I'm bringing out, of course it would be something being said. But did that bother me? No. It's the way that they coming at me, the name calling and all this other stuff. That's the problem that I have.
Okay, yeah, I get that. That can be a bit disrespectful. But like the situations you find yourself in, like now, what's going on now? Do you have do you play any part of it as in, well, I could have not done this, or maybe I should have done this different, or just something that you can own that maybe this isn't like this for you all the time?
I'm gonna be who I am. So if it means that
Well, I get that.
if that means I'm rattling the cage, and I'll rattle the cage. I'm gonna be who I am. If it displeases people, it is, or it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. I'm not one to disrespect your name call. I just had those questions. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, this is their opportunity for them to come in here and be famous. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She said, "Patience of a Saint Sylvia." You got to be patient. Got to be patient, and you got to have thick skin on this. I don't understand the hate you receive. They don't like you, don't watch. That's what I do. I scroll past people I don't want to see. Simple. Exactly, Tanya. Tanya, there, exactly. That's right. Be who you are, who God made you to be. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. All right. Anybody else want to chime in? Even the haters? Anybody else want to chime in? Next chapter, it is funny. And a lot of these people coming from the Nesto side too. Sylvia, what did you do to make your haters hate? Miss Sylvie, they just using your name to get views. There are miserable people. It's not you, it's them. They want to try to steal your joy. They can't take away an assignment God gave you. Amen. I know you will break through. Do your hard work. Do your hard work. No, do work hard. I'm sorry. I can't even read. My glasses are just jacked up. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. That's okay. Everything in for everybody ain't for everybody. No, not saying that they're not credible. I just don't like them. I just like morning talk radio, soap operas. It's plenty to choose from. Amen. You have to laugh at these. I do. That's what I do. I laugh at them. I have to laugh at them. Let me tell y'all, I have grown thick skin. I have grown thick skin. People be like, Sylvia, just like when I was doing the R. Kelly thing, right? Just came out Hate, no. We're being entertained by this. Let me tell you, this person I blocked, and then that person came back again. Oh Lord, they just love being here. Entertained by a fool. It takes a fool to know a fool, don't it? I'll be a fool, but you must know because you are one. All right. It says still Brian still stood up for you in this motion. If the hater want to disagree with Steele, I guess that's their prerogative. Yep. Thick rubber skin. There you go again. Y'all just love coming up in here and getting banned. Oh, North, I made a mistake. Sorry, North. Oh, Lord have mercy. I gotta unhide you. Oh no, that wasn't North. That was Patty. Yeah, I got rid of Patty. It says it takes take it or leave it. That's what I do. It is hate. It is hate when they start calling me name. It is hate. It's your opinion. You say tomato, I say tomato. That's you know what? Ah. Yeah, I'm getting rid of folks. They coming up in here. I mean, I don't have time for that. Seriously, y'all. I don't have time for that. This is why I have to keep this here, keep it near me all the time. I got to keep it near me. I have to stand strong on this, y'all. Stand strong on this because let me tell you the hell I go through with these people. Man, oh man. But see, I got power. I just delete. I block. LOL. Difference is Sylvia isn't filing court document on her haters. Yep. I'm trying to figure out how ignorant a person has to be to sit and watch someone else and they view. I don't know, Cliff. The motion sounded like they wanted the whole YSL family reunion in the courthouse. Why do you show her picture? They said not in court, but you did your thumbnail. It's the same thing. Okay. All right. It's your opinion. I'm gonna move on. You wasn't nasty, so I'll move on yours. If you're mad, hit the like and get off your chest. Give my girl a break. Dang. Tyler, it is what it is. Everyone can have an opinion, but honestly, it's a lot of y'all expressing your opinion hatefully. So don't be upset if you get called a hater. Amen. Amen. Michelle said, I'm so confused because I come here to your channel. You're always respectful to others. I never hear you being nasty. You bring us good content. I seem to feel maybe it's some jealousy or it's meant to. It is. They come in here because and I don't know. I don't understand. It's all over the internet. Hey, thank you, Candace. It's an attempt to silence you ahead of the trial coming up. They target her because she shows up and doesn't have representation as other reporters do. When Sylvia gets buzz, they try to push her. Yeah, Future. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. That comment brought a tear to my eye. That's what it is. That comment right there. Thank you. I don't walk on a block party. Hey, everyone else. I love you too, D. Reese. True, Future. You just made me like a tear come in my eye because. Woo! Thank you, Future. Just a tear. I gotta breathe. Absolutely. That's It's absolutely not. That's a lie. That picture was posted in Georgia Department of Community Supervision 7/15/21. Is still publicly available on the page. Don't act like Miss Sylvia published that picture. Amen. Tell them to go join Fanny channel. All right, East 20. Hey, East 20, what's going on? 20 East TV.
What's up, Auntie? You can hear me?
I can hear you.
So what? They trying to be on your bumper about you posting that picture yesterday?
No, I posted the video and they've been taking the picture and spreading it, which is a picture of her from the internet.
Yeah, man. Everybody in Atlanta already knew what that lady looked like since before Thug trial. Just like we knew who Gaither looked like. If they ain't want nobody to know who she was, like you said, they shouldn't even say her name at all. This social media name, people gonna find her in the next 10 minutes as soon as they hear her name.
Yeah.
They just got a problem with you and doing your job. You keep doing your job, baby. Don't worry about these folks.
I'm not worried. I'm still stepping up in there.
Yeah, because we support you, and every time you go live, I'm on live with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I love you. Do your thing, baby.
I love you too. Thank you. Whew. I gotta breathe, y'all. I gotta breathe. Thank you, Fuchsia. Thank you for the super chat. For everybody I just gave. Thank you, V, for the super chat. Let's see who else. But you know what it comes down to, y'all. It's and I hate to say it, it is jealousy. It's jealousy. It's jealous because I still sit up in there. I still come in there. I still show up. I still do my job. Hey, Nini, maybe you need to come up here to say a couple of those words. Nini, you oh, Lord. Oh my God, Nini is funny. Hold on, let me get a tissue. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second. All right, here we go. Okay. Hey, Sadie.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien. Okay, I got a question for you. Listen.
You just got froze. You're frozen. You're frozen, Sadie.
You hear me?
You're frozen.
I'm good now?
Yeah, you're good now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just got back to my house. How is Miss Viverito doing on the stand? In your opinion?
How is she doing on the stand? As far as her, she was kind of agitated. She kept looking at me because the courtroom is not that big. It's not that many people in there. Mostly the family of the little boy. One of the family members, a whole bunch of them was in there, and the moment she walked in, she stared at me. She didn't speak to me, but she stared at me throughout the whole time. She was staring at me, and I knew she knew who I am. So
Yeah, you the infamous one, Miss Sylvia. You gave yourself the name. What do you want me to say?
I didn't give myself a name, and Op gave me that name, and I just like, oh, that's a catchy name. Let me use that name. It is the infamous one, right?
Did you just say an op gave you that name?
Yes, an Op. It was. It was an Op. For real. Person that did not like me gave me that name. I said, oh, that's a catchy name.
You just said you got an op. Like, what is going on with you?
And then I went maybe into a business. Yes, an Op.
Oh,
Come on with it. Your thing is playing. You gotta turn your thing down in the background.
hey, I got a question for you. Listen.
Hold on, Sadie. I gotta remove come with it. Your thing is playing in the background. You gotta stop it.
Okay, I thought that was me.
No, that's come with it. Come with it. Just turn it down. Oh, he just left. He came back. For real, an Op gave me that name. When I tell you, when I was doing the R. Kelly case, they were dogging me out like this too. And so they did a little video. They used to have little commercials and cartoons, and they would have me on there, and they said the infamous Sylvia. I was like, "Ooh, that's a catchy name." So then I went and I took the name and made a business out of it.
Yeah. Congrats, but you using the term ops is just hilarious.
That's what they use, right? People
So
that
do
don't
you refer to your friends as homies and slimes? I'm just curious if you got slimes. You know what I'm saying?
I never know. I never use that terminology. I'm starting off with the ops. Okay, give me some time to get to the next level. Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty big level right there, to be fair, in all candor. So, how would you grade her testimony, though? Just out of curiosity, this will help me bring a
Was it
synopsis to my
compelling?
video.
Was it compelling? No, it wasn't compelling because it was not exactly what was being said on those wire calls. It's like her own perception of her terminologies was not matching with what regular people was saying, because it could have so many different meaning, and they making her words as the gospel for that meaning of those particular things. You know what I mean? Like the word spin, right? I did not know it meant shoot up something.
Right?
Did you know spin means shoot up something?
Yeah. You could spin, shoot up, or spin up over here. Mean pull up, like come hang out, come kick it.
Yeah. That's what I know spin, or spin a story, tell a lie about something. She's spinning you. She's lying to you. That's what I.
So, I have a theory that they want to basically halt processing. I mean, halt the testimony so that they can kind of sharpen themselves.
As far as the SNES case,
As far as, because from what I heard too, I heard she doing terrible as a witness right now, and that kind of went into the whole let's get this young thug post that's been posted for an hour and then spin it and then try to say, oh, we're being threatened and all these things and everything like that. So I just found it fascinating how she was doing trash as a witness, and now all of a sudden, and I'll let you in on it, the video I'm gonna do, witnesses are being intimidated, but there's only one witness.
well, it was two. The other lady was first.
No. Young Thug intimidated witnesses, plural,
Oh,
when he
okay.
only posted one picture. That's impossible. He didn't say two people or anything like that. He just said the biggest liar in the DA's office.
He didn't even say her name. He just said the biggest liar, and I guess the picture was there. So
I mean, you would infer that's what the picture meant, but
it's inferring.
But that's the thing, is that they said in that motion, witnesses. That's a lie. So technically, you just proved his point.
Yeah.
They had enough time to write that. That motion gonna get thrown out. I'm gonna send my video to Paige herself.
Look, Sadie, I was complaining about people not giving me my credit for my stuff, and then the state gives me, well, they didn't really give me credit. They just said a popular blogger. That's what they said.
I thought they were talking about Thugger Daily.
Oh, you thought they was talking about Thugger Daily?
Yeah.
No, they were talking about me. Because they said I only had 3.3 thousand views. That was me. Thugger Daily always make more than 3,000 views.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that part. I had to reread it. I'm going to reread it and break
Thugger
that
Daily
down.
was not in the court. They said the person violated the court order. They were in the court. Who was in the court? Who's in the court? Look at Exhibit A.
Okay.
You really thought it was Thugger Daily?
Yeah.
For real? Or are you just making a joke?
I'm being serious.
Read it again.
I will.
You read it on your live?
I'll read it again.
Reaper Keeper says, let it be Thugger Daily. Reaper Keeper says, Sylvia, let it be the Thugger Daily. Somebody said, let it be him. But Thugger Daily did not put that picture up. They put the same picture that I had up with the purple in the background. Cece said, I don't think it's you they talking about. Cece, thank you, y'all.
Let me go back and read it.
You reading it?
No, I can't read it. I'm on camera with you.
I can post it up here so you can see. You want me to post it up?
I don't think I'm going to be able to read it, though.
I'll make it big enough for you to read.
All right, let's do it.
All right, hold on, y'all. If I can get it together here. Because, y'all know me. I have issues here. Hold on, here we go. All right, there it goes. Here's the part. Can you see it?
What line am I looking at? It says
Escalated threat.
Huh?
Escalated threat.
What line is that?
Right here. Investigator Marissa Viverito is currently testifying. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Investigator Viverito is currently testifying in a multi-defendant gang murder preliminary hearing, which remains ongoing and is set to reconvene on Monday, April 7th, 2025. During the hearing, the court explicitly ordered that the witness not be shown on television while testifying. Despite this order, a known blogger deliberately violated the court's directive by posting on social media she doesn't want to be shown on screen, ? Well, here she is. Did you do that?
Hold on, let me show you my live. What I said on my live. Hold on.
Because you can pull up Thugger Daily tweet, and I could have sworn he said the same thing.
You think that was Thugger Daily that said that?
I could have sworn he said that.
Hold on, y'all. It might be mistaken then. Hold on, it might be Thugger Daily then. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Hold on. And all those people who talked about me better take it back. Because I thought it was me too. Hold on. I'm trying to look up Thugger Daily. Hold on.
I know I ain't tripping. I know I'm not tripping.
Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to get his thing up. Cause I know I didn't say those words. That here she is. I don't see it on here.
Yeah, you never said. Thugger Daily's the one who said that.
Can you find it for me? Cause I don't see it.
Scroll down.
Can y'all see it? What I'm scrolling? Oh, hold on. Are you talking about down here? On
Yeah,
the
keep going down.
on the exhibit? Go to the exhibit? Okay.
Stop right there. Go back up. You only say Viverito's testimony footage, the footage everyone's been waiting for.
That's what I
What did
said.
you do wrong in that? In that?
I don't
They're
know.
trying to evoke you as the catalyst. I can see that, but keep going right there. Now, make that bigger, please. All right. Now let's start to scroll down. Hold on. Go back up. Okay, keep going back up. Go back up.
Go back up.
Yeah, go right there.
He said my homie hates Viverito.
Okay, keep going down. That's a hell of a tweet.
That's it. So your analogy is incorrect.
Nah, I'm gonna find it. But I know for sure you never said that.
No, I never said that. But the person that was in the courtroom is me. That's reference to me because nobody else was in the courtroom.
Yeah, but you didn't do anything wrong.
No, I didn't. And I never said that she doesn't want. I said this part, but then I never said this. Yes, she is. I never said that. You said Thugger deleted his post? Somebody said Thugger deleted his post. You want to hear what I said?
Sure.
Hold on a second.
And that was Martavius Smith sent that to me.
It's at 17 minutes. All right, here, let me show you.
Sent on June 30th. I believe it was read on July 1st.
Okay, so
Hold on. This is hold on. this.
Yes, Your Honor, but before I do, Investigator Viverito has asked that I request that she not be filmed. There have been Rule 22s that were filed in advance of today's hearing, and she says that not only does she sometimes operate in an undercover capacity, but just given her knowledge of the organization that is involved in this case, she has concerns for her safety, and she would prefer that she not be filmed by cameras.
Okay, I don't have any problem with that. So just don't film anybody on the witness stand, okay? But everything else is fine. I have your Rule 22. It's been signed and filed. We're in good shape on that. But please do not film our witness. Thank you. All right, you may proceed, sir.
Okay, the state calls Investigator Marissa Viverito.
Now listen what I say.
I'll go get her out of the back.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the camera this part up just in case. I don't know what this guy did, so I'm gonna just in case, y'all. Just in case.
Ms. Guest.
Yes, Your Honor.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in case. I don't want no hiccups. I don't want nobody accidentally showing her. You heard what I am not a camera person, but I don't know what you have, what they don't have.
All right, can we swear our witness?
Go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony about to give the court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Go ahead. Please did state the first and last name for the record.
Marissa Viverito, Mariss.
Okay, there it is. That's what I said.
Back to lying. Back to lying. Back to lying. That's all that is. I know what they're trying to do. It was clear as day. It's two things they're trying to do. They're trying to get more money from that loss they took in that doggone trying to recoup the money that they lost. And then when Lil Jeff put up that, the autopsy said somebody was shot. And then APD had to immediately respond. Before he put that tweet up, you couldn't even get the doggone autopsy. So, and they're holding back on the body cam footage because they don't know if they're going to be sued because, breaking news, they let that man bleed out.
Yep. And then the other thing, Seti, I spelled her name wrong. I didn't even spell her name right. I put 2 T's in there. That's when I was like, oh, I spelled her name wrong.
Yeah. But let me get to my lunch. I seen you was live. I was like, let me jump on here real quick.
All right.
All right. I'll catch you the next time.
See you later. Bye. All right, guys. Where's Connect? Come with it. Where are you? Come back. Where are you? Come with it. Young Scooter, if he was bleeding so profusely, how come nobody used a belt or a tourniquet to stop the bleeding? Isn't that the first aid action? Yep. I'll be curious if they wrapped his leg when hopping the fence, if they tried to save his life. Okay, here come Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca.
Hi, I was coming up here, Miss Sylvia, to see if you can give us the dates of when you'll be in court this month.
Oh, should I do that, Rebecca?
Well, it's one particular date that I'm just trying to see if you'll be in court on that date, but I don't want to just come right out and say the date.
Okay, let me give you the hold on, I got my little thing here of the dates that we have. Hold on a second. Okay, here's the dates. Those are the dates. Will I be there exactly? But those are the dates of different things that's happening.
Okay, so the date I'm looking for is not on your list. Okay, I'll personally email you about another date that you might want to be there on a certain date.
Okay.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you. Michelle said that I don't think they were talking about you, Miss Sylvia. I followed Thugger closely, and I know it's him. But here's the thing: Thugger was not in the court. Thugger did not have only 3,000 subscribers. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the what it says on the docket. Hold on a second. Thugger had more than that viewing that. I think it was just something. But see, the thing is, they put my look at this. They put my thing in there. You see right here? You see? Well, it's 4,300 views. You see? Has my name in there. It's 3,000.8 views. You see what I'm saying? They have my name. You see? No, they said that Sylvie, maybe a DA office trying to back out of that interview. They probably so. Probably so. That's probably it. Michelle, you said I'm only asking because they just piled you on because everybody else stole like a picture screenshot and then did their own post, Young Thug and Thugger Daily. No, but look, the part where they said that directive that was given in the court, I'm the only one that was in the courtroom. I'm the only one that was in the courtroom. I'm the only one that was in the courtroom. That's why I say came to a conclusion with me. Tugger Daly wasn't in the courtroom. You know what? No fly zone. No fly zone said it. Well, if they didn't ask you to use your content, you feel the need to flag them to do so. Oh my God. Oh Lord, Lord, Lord. You guys are so funny. I just have to laugh. Oh my goodness. I'm in the news. Dom, I'm in the news. Dom, come up here. I haven't seen you in a long time. Come up here, Dom. Dom, come up here. Dom, get your butt up here. I haven't seen you in God knows when. Come on up here. Come up, Dom. Come on up. Hit the link. Hit the link, Dom. Hit the link. You've been gone so long. Hit the link. He said, why they trying to play you like that? I'm surprised. DB isn't trolling yet. Oh, you know it's coming. What angle? We don't know. It's probably going to be the hate for me. And people say, oh, it's not hate. Then what is it then? It's not love. Let me do a poll. How many of you guys think it's me? How many people think it's not me? Sunday Dollar said it's you. Real. Thank you, Sunday. Really. Wow. It's not love. It's love. Oh, it's only 50%. 50% said no and 50% said yes. Oh, it's 50-50. 62 says no, it's not me. Okay, thank you, guys. Most people said they did not think it's me that I was talking about. Okay, but they just use my stuff. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, let me do it on. You must be on the other channel. Hold on, let me go put the poll on the other one. Hold on. Hold on, let me put the poll on the other one. My other channel. I'm putting the poll on the other one. Okay, there's a poll right there. Everyone on the other side said no. Oh, wait a minute. It's changing. 53% says yes on the other side. And how many people voted? 19 vote. They said yes. No, 53 is ahead. They said no. Thank you, Hustler. The state don't even know to mush everything they had into an unnamed blogger. Maybe that's why they said blogger and not vlogger. Yeah, I'm a vlogger, a video vlogger. It's only two options, Angel. Yes or no. Keeping it real on this side. It's Dom. Dom, are you coming yet? $72 said yes on. You know what? I tell you, infamous slide channel, man. Y'all don't play, do you? 55 says no on the infamous Sylvia. Infamous slide, y'all just. Infamous slide have 75%, 76% says yes. You said maybe someone. AR said maybe someone stream your footage and put a comment in there. Oh my God, this is like so weird. Clifton said he had to come on the other side of it, yes. So wait a minute, y'all. So anybody has that post? The post that Thugger Daily did. Did anybody have that post? I know somebody has it. I'm trying to locate it. Bunny mom says I have something else I'm going to send you. I just send you an email about something else. Okay. Bunny, where you been? Hold on, she sent me an email. Okay, I'll ask him now. Let me call him and ask him now. Bunny, I got it. Hold on a second. Let me mute. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. Dime, come on, hurry. I'm waiting on you. All right, hold on, Bunny. Bunny, he said the whichever one. He says King James is what he used, but NIV is also good as well. King James is what he used. And definitely you can use, okay. You're welcome. We're waiting for Dom to come up here. In the meantime, what are you guys doing? What are y'all doing for lunch? What is everybody doing for lunch? I haven't eaten my lunch yet, and I need to go ahead on downstairs and make me my HelloFresh meal. Shout out to Mel who gets me my HelloFresh meal. I think I'm gonna have some. They have like I have like a whole 3 days meals to make, and I haven't made them yet because I've been like lazy. You having Subway Sunday? You having salad? Serena's having salad. Salad sounds good. Tonight is the visual, the balloon release for you had bacon? Okay, I'm in a meeting, haven't ate yet. Kim, you and I both. And I've been doing my water, drinking my water. Cheese and crackers, that's all you had? I've been drinking a lot of water. My lunch is over. I didn't have time to eat. Oh, my mom cooked beef tips and egg noodles with green bean last night, and she sent me a plate. I had that for lunch. Ooh, Chick-fil-A Southwest salad. Okay. I have started back working out in the morning. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna start doing my little because I want to see your girl losing that weight, y'all. Y'all want to see your girl losing that weight? Hold on, look, y'all. Your girl getting her belly gone, y'all. The belly's about to be gone. And this dress used to be so tight, y'all. Belly's about to be gone. All of it's about to be gone. And I'm gonna have some hair. Cause look, the hair. I'm about to be hair. Out of hair. You know, look at this. Look at this, y'all. See all the hair? Hey, Jalen. What's going on? I'm going to have hair. I'm going to have smaller body. This is not red. This is burnt orange. Look at the hair back there. Look, y'all. Look, it's up to the neck. Hey, Dom. What's up, Dom? There you go with the muted fake phone again.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hey.
What up? What up? How you been?
Well, it's been a year now, huh? Hi.
Nah, it hasn't been no year. It's been a couple months.
It's been a year.
But yeah, I haven't been on here for real on YouTube or nothing. But how y'all been though? Good?
Been busy. You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been super busy. What's up, chat? Man, what's going on though with everything? I'm like, I seen who was I watching? I was watching I can't remember. I was watching a video a couple of days ago, regarding the Young Thug thing trending and whatnot. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, yeah, the Young Thug part, yes, but I've been sitting in the courtroom for the Goodfella guys, OMF subset, and they
Okay, which is the part of the little baby, right? Or they're saying that that's who's tied to little baby, right?
that they're supposed to be the opposite of there's like a gang rivalry between the 4PF
Uh-huh.
and OMF.
Okay. And
Yeah.
who is OMF? What part of is that part linked to any rapper or no?
No, no,
Okay.
no. Oh,
Okay.
no, I know of. But the 4PF is Lil Baby.
Lil baby, right? And so okay, so I guess what I'm saying
Your phone is
is right,
messing up.
like there's two separate things. Can you hear me clear
Yeah,
or
I
I'm
can hear you.
charging my car, so I'm kind of in the garage.
Yeah, I can hear you
Um
now.
here I'll here. Okay, yeah. So what I'm getting at, or at least what I'm seeing, is there's several different things going on. So one thing is Lil Baby, right? Supposedly
Mhm,
he had a music video, and they're trying to claim that it was in he shot the video in a gang rivalry's neighborhood, which
mhm,
ultimately led to two 13-year-old boys, teenagers getting killed. Which,
mhm,
in my opinion, that has nothing to do with Lil Baby. You see what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't, just because his video is shot there. I mean, yeah, things happen, but there's concerts that happen all the time. For example, with Boosie, people get killed at all these rappers' concerts outside and stuff, but that doesn't have nothing to do with the artist. You know what I'm saying? And so they're trying to hold him accountable for that. So that was
mhm.
one thing, right? The little baby thing. And that's what you're referring to, I guess, with the
Yeah,
Goodfella thing, right?
it was something in between that. Threat got murdered around June, the end of June, the
Okay,
middle.
Threat is the guy from Young Thug, right?
He's not really Young Thug. Supposed to be on the Goodfellas side of the people.
Or I mean, he Woody had brought him up like during the trial, right? They were talking about Threat.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. So that's the same person. Okay. So
Hmm.
he got murdered in June.
Yeah, June, right before the thing happened with those two boys. The two boys were murdered in July 2nd. On July 2nd.
Okay. So I just let me give a quick side note. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to catch up because, like I said, I haven't. You guys might be annoyed with that, but I'm just trying to be caught up to speed because I'm kind of lost on certain things. That's why I'm up
Hmm.
here. But okay, so that happened. And
Hmm.
then we have the young Scooter thing happen, the
Hmm.
artist who got, that's kind of fishy. In my opinion, I think something went wrong with the cops, and that's why they're so adamant that, they didn't do anything, nothing happened. Because that story is just too fishy to me. There's no
Hmm.
way, you know what I'm saying? And they need to hold that lady accountable for what she did, because that you can't just lie to cops and then someone end up dead. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that's crazy. But
she was
that's
arrested. She was arrested and she got bond
okay. And now what are they charging her with?
with making a false,
False police report.
phone call. Yeah, phone
Okay,
call.
okay,
Call 911 emergency.
okay. And they need to charge her with more. That's just me, because had she not called, he would still be here today. You see what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. But okay, so that happened, and then that leads up to to Future tweeting, because people who don't really know Future, him and Young Scooter have been tight for like years. I mean, literally since Future first came out, 10 something years ago. And so then that led to Young Thug, I guess, just posting a picture or whatever, allegedly posting a tweeting a picture saying that, she's the shadiest in the DA office. And so how I got to you was I was watching somebody, and it wasn't Cuff Boy, it was someone else. And they had brought you up. They said, Infamous Sylvia, I guess they said something about a post regarding you. And so I'm like, how in the heck did you get involved with that? So that's why I was like, I'm confused. Let me chime in with you and see what was going on, because I'm confused. How did you get tied into that?
Okay, I've been covering the case, and I showed because what happened is she made Viverito made a statement on the stand about I was tweeting or Xing, whatever the word is now. I was posting about the what I was sitting there listening to, and she had made a comment about little baby putting a ticket on somebody's head, and so I had
And not to cut you off, Sylvia, just let me stop you right there. Hold that thought. You're referring to the detective, Viverito, right?
yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry. Just
So
had to clarify that.
I posted that on X, and when I posted it, some you know how people be smart mouth saying that
Right.
they are a liar, that I would have to show the evidence and the proof of it and everything. So I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and play the audio. So I played the audio of it originally, but the audio was we were having a hard time trying to hear the audio. So that first day I said, well, I'm not going to play it today. I'm going to play the video after, but I want to make sure I scrub it before I play it, right? So the next day I went and I played the actual video of her talking about it on the stand. And so when I played it, everybody started sharing it. And I put a picture that came from the website on my thumbnail, and I just in case there was an error of somebody showing her, because I'm not the camera person, right? So I put the actual a picture, my thumbnail on it, so it doesn't accidentally show her, just in case, because the judge said not to show her on the stand, which I did not show her on the stand. So and that's where it all came out. And so Young Thug took my I don't know if he took it or whoever screenshot my page from my channel, they posted it on X, and it went viral on his side because it had over 2 million views on it.
Right.
So they basically, and then
Wow.
people started posting stuff, threats on it, and so they're accusing him of being the one that doing things of
That's causing the threats, which is
yeah.
crazy to me because this is okay. What these people don't understand is it's 2025. Everything is on social media. Everything is about clout and viral and all this type of stuff. Just because uh, um, a rapper posts that, he didn't put her name. He didn't even say who that was.
No, he didn't
You
put her
see what
name,
I'm saying?
but the
Right.
picture. See, they saying that I violated the court's order by putting it on social media. But the point is, the purpose of us getting the footage is to post as news reporting, and
Right.
we did not violate it because the judge specifically said, do not record her. Or not audio. She said, "Do not video her on the stand." That's what she
Right.
said. She
Right.
said,
So
"You
videoing is
well,
completely different than a screen, just a picture.
yeah, it's totally different." He didn't say, "Hey, don't take a capture of her
Picture.
picture or anything like
Right.
that." He didn't say that. But even so, I have seen several. Even when Gaither was up, people was putting her picture up without showing her
Absolutely.
face. They've been doing
Absolutely.
that from the beginning, And then here's the thing: she spelled her name. She said that if you wanted her to be anonymous, you should never give her name or anything like
Give her
that.
name. Right. Right.
Right?
And also too, she could have done what was it? I believe it was in I don't know if people in the chat have followed the Melly YNW Melly trial. They
That guy.
had they
Yeah,
absolutely. They had undercovers come in there with masks. And not
yeah.
only that, for people who aren't, if the DA in Atlanta and all these people are watching, I highly recommend you guys you can go on YouTube, watch the news, anything. I'm talking about all over the United States, all over the country. I just saw this last week where anytime the head sheriff of a county, typically, I'm referring to a specific video that was in Florida where anytime they do like a drug bust or they caught the head cartels and this, that, and the other, anytime they're doing an undercover sting or an operation, literally, I can send you the video clip, Sylvia, just last week, a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. They had the head sheriff there talking, saying, they're doing a press conference saying, we caught these guys, this, that, and the other. I'm talking about 15 to 20 different undercover detectives standing right there in the press conference, all wearing masks. Okay, ski masks, like the they call it the shiesty mask or whatever. The rapper Pooh Shiesty, and he kind of made that go viral. Okay, literally, and these are police officers. These are detectives. They're all wearing those shiesty masks in a press conference. So what would be the difference of this lady not doing the same? Okay, and not only that, she tries to use her allegedly tries to use her look and her, quote unquote BBL look, to reel people in. Okay. So what would be the difference of her coming in with wearing, covering her face?
And not even saying her name. Why even
Or
say
not
her?
even saying, absolutely. Like, why do you need to say the name? So that's what I'm not understanding. And not only that, I was listening to, I did see a little bit of the clip of where, she's saying Dominique Jones or whatever. Some people don't even know that that's Lil Baby. Lil Baby's real name is Dominique Jones. So some people were saying, they were referring to her saying some other name, but that's actually his government name. And so, but she was so adamant it's like she's hungry to just throw rappers out there. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about, where is Young Thug's watch at? How about that? So maybe he feels some type of way because, I don't know, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars of his stuff went missing. Okay. So that's one thing, why he might be feeling some type of way. But not only that, she is shady. I mean, let's just be real. If you literally listen to the clip, I mean, you were there. She just inserted Lil Baby's name. You see, like no one else brought that man's name up.
You didn't mention, they said them folks. That's what they never said.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's where I'm kind of like, to me, it seems like she's on a power trip. She's on a high. Like that gets her, that gets her high, gets her amped up. And that obviously brings clout to her, and she's probably getting paid more too. I mean, let's just call it what it is. People don't do stuff for money. They don't do stuff unless they're getting paid or with clout, 9 times out of 10. So I feel like she's doing that because it's going to bring her more attention. It's going to bring Atlanta more attention or attention. Like that's her job, so she's going to want, her job to have more, recognition, if you will. And I feel like that's why she's doing that with all these rappers, because Lil Baby has nothing to do with that. From what I can see, he has nothing to do with that. Shooting a video that's not, and someone ends up dead. I mean, that has nothing to do with him.
And
he didn't order it.
And the funny thing is, it wasn't his video, it was somebody else. He's featured in the video. That's the other funny part about it. He's featured in the video.
Wow. And that's what I don't understand. I'm not understanding that.
And he even made a comment that he's not the one who put a directive of where the video should be shot. It's the people who's producing the video made a decision where it should be shot.
Right. Now, okay, so I'm reading the comments, right? And someone said, let me go back to this one particular, and I do agree. It's Teo A. Teo A said, Dom, Thug is on probation. He is state property, can't do that. Now,
well, that's not what Steve said.
Opinion, feelings.
Okay, you're breaking up, Dom. You're breaking up.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna get this. Hold on. Let me get out this garage. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hold up. Yeah, I drive a EV, so I gotta charge my car. I'll be sitting here for an hour to charge it.
Oh, you still gotta sit in there?
Yeah, it's an hour. I just finished charging right now, but yeah, it takes about an hour. If you fully charge it, 30 minutes and you get 80%. But typically I charge it up to like 90. Hold on 1 second, y'all. And they trying to tax us now. I'm in California. They're trying to add an EV tax, because in gas, like if you go to, well, I don't know how it is in Georgia, but out here, it's like if you go to the gas station, you know, and gas is still dang near $5 still. It's four something. It'll say, you know, there's an EV or a gas tax. You know, it's the highest in the country.
Well,
And
we have
so, oh my goodness, it's high out here. It's like $1. We pay $1 more than every other state. Every other state. And so they're trying to implement an EV tax. So they're trying to replace the gas tax with EV tax because now so many people out here drive EVs, primarily Teslas, but so many people out here drive EVs in California now because it's like, why wouldn't you switch if gas is $5? You know, and I have free supercharging for life on my car. So I never pay to charge. And right now to charge, it costs about $60 to fully charge your car. It costs $60 and I pay zero. Every time I go to the charger, I pay $0.
So now you're
So,
gonna pay now with the tax.
well, no. But what Tesla is doing now though is, so what happened was if you bought an older model Tesla, like from 2012 up until 2018, you had on select models, you got free supercharging for life because Tesla wasn't really a household name until 2019, 2020. That's when people started really buying them like across the country. But that was like when it became really big as far as Tesla, right? And so that was their kind of their incentive for people to buy them. And they're like, hey, we'll give you free supercharging on the car for life. And not only that, if you sell the car, the unlimited free supercharging stays with the car for life. So I could sell the car to you, Sylvia, and you would have free supercharging for life. And so people were like, that's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I? And then they started adding, sorry about the side note, y'all. Then they started adding to where if I were to, because I have an older model, I have a 2016. If I were to in 2024, they said, hey, if you go buy a 2024 Tesla, you can transfer your unlimited charging to your new one. So it's like you can have that free supercharging for life. You'll never pay for charging. And granted, a lot of people who own EVs, they own homes, you know, and so they just charge at home, which is only about $100 a month on your electricity bill for the month, right? Which is still, I mean, that's nothing. But, you know, I live in an apartment, so I don't have, you know, I can't just install that. And so I go to the Tesla superchargers and they implemented to where now all the other brands, if you buy an adapter, other makes, you know, Rivian, you know, Ford, all these other brands, Chevy, they can use the Tesla superchargers. You just buy an adapter for like $300 and, you know, you can use it because they have the best charging infrastructure. I could drive to Atlanta right now across the country and literally every, you know, X amount of every 100 miles or whatever, they have a Tesla supercharger. So you could drive anywhere in the country and they're going to have them. So yeah, so that was my thing. And so, shoot, what was I even saying? I completely forgot. But yeah, so that was pretty much what it was regarding
Somebody in the chat said, "Come back to the topic, sir."
sorry about that, y'all.
And
So
that's what
anyways, but hey, no, I'm not all over the place. She threw me off, y'all. She said she couldn't hear me and stuff. And so that was why I went on a charging tangent. But
I
anyways,
understand you because I go all over the place.
yeah,
So I understand.
it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, so as regarding this the Young Thug thing, right? So my thing is that back to the Teo A comment who said what did Teo A said? Thug still wait, hold on. Thug needs to quit with the Twitter fingers. And then also said Thug is on probation. He is state property, can't do that. Now, my personal feelings is two totally different things from the actual law, right? And personally, if I'm Young Thug's friend, I wouldn't have recommended him to post that. That's just me, right? But does that make it violating his probation? Me personally, I don't think so. Now, had he put the name, yes. And people are saying that other people in the comments said her address and her parents' address was posted and said that, you know, she needs to end up, you know, this and that. That has nothing to do with him. I mean, yes, he posted it, the you know, just the general. And then, of course, people were saying all this other stuff. But I don't feel that that's a violation of his probation. I just don't. you know, and especially if he's going before Judge, I can't even remember her name. She seems like she would be more so, hey, because one, you can't prove that he actually done that. You know, if I'm Brian Still, I'm like, well, how do you know that Young Thug tweeted that? People hack Twitters and stuff. When he was in jail, you know, during the trial, people were tweeting from his account. You don't know who's posting this type of stuff, right? And so my thing is, what is the judge's name again? I can't even remember her name right now.
Whitaker.
Whitaker. Paige Whitaker, that's right. I feel as though when it comes before her, because when you read the motion, it really isn't specific as far as like it's too generalized, I feel, you know, and so I feel like she's just gonna say, hey, I just want to remind you that, you know, you can't be posting anything like that of that sort because it's what other people might do. It's not you. It's what other people are crazy these days, you know, and even if it's just someone posting it 9.5 times out of 10, those people who are saying all that stuff under his comment, they ain't about to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's Twitter. It's just, it's clout. People are chasing clout, chasing views, and they want to be trending and, you know, all of that. They're probably at home laughing like, look at this. You know what I'm saying? I just got 2 million views or 500,000 views, whatever the case may be. Nothing is going to happen. People are just, you know, just being funny. And they know that, you know, and I think that's why they're going this far to make it seem like it's something that it's not. So I feel that's like Whitaker is probably just going to say, hey, you know, tread lightly because, you know, that could lead to something which could end you, you know, on that backlog of the 20-year sentence or whatever. So, you know, that's what I think, because I haven't really heard anything trending of Young Thug. You know, I follow all of that. And it seems like he's been, you know, keeping his nose down and just doing his stuff. Like I just saw he got a show. He's doing
He's about to go to Brussels and all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
He got tours going
I mean,
on.
he's gonna be a headliner with Future and
That's
who
in
else was it?
July, Chicago.
July, yeah, it was Future and another artist. I can't think of Lil Baby. I think it was Lil Baby and Future. You know, so he's just doing his thing, you know, and so I haven't heard much about him as far as trending wise. Oh, the other day I did see he was, which I thought was dope. He was with Mariah the Scientist at a Miami Heat game down in Miami. That was trending, and I thought that was pretty cool. You know, so it seems like he's staying out the way, and you know, he can't even be in Atlanta. So I'm not understanding why they're trying to tie him. He can't even be there for 10 years, you know, unless it's a serious, you know, family death or, you know, whatever, what have you. So I'm not understanding why they're trying to really punish him for that. So
Yeah. Yes, they did respond. Steele and Adam did respond this morning.
now what is Attorney Steele's point of view? What is his
That
argument?
he didn't violated any of his probation requirement. That's what he said.
Wow.
I do have the paperwork now, finally.
Okay. You have his motion?
Yeah.
His response? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start getting on it, because it's just been so much going on as far as like there's so many different cases and you know, just trending as far as like in the news with you know, artists and all that. Um and so yeah, it's like, man, to see this is, and it's only been a few months. I mean, Young Thug has only been out for, you know, 4 months, 3-4 months. And they already trying to send him back. I mean, that's crazy.
No, it's been more than 4 months. He's been out since October.
Okay, so yeah, about 6 months then. November, December. Yeah.
6 months.
So I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, Teo A, I do agree. I mean, that kind of stuff I wouldn't be tweeting. You know, it's just because I don't think it's criminal or a violation, but it's you're walking a thin line. You know what I'm saying? It's like they can get you on a technicality type of thing, you know? And me personally, I wouldn't want to do that, but you know, you can't tell somebody how they're feeling. You know, we weren't in his shoes. You know, that lady has taken a lot from him, you know, and then now she's taking a lot from his friends. So it's like, or trying to at least, you know, try to get them hemmed up. And I think that that's wrong because no way did Lil Baby's name ever come up, ever, until she just inserted his name, which means she's chasing clout. She wants these rappers in Atlanta to go down, which is sad. You know, and I did see an interview this morning of Fannie Willis. She did an interview. I don't know if you caught that. She
Yeah,
did
we
an
did.
interview with WGN or whatever, WSN, whatever.
That's
And
WGB.
yeah, WGB. And so the reporter said, you know, this your motion that you filed, you know, will potentially end him back in prison. And she was like, it could. Like, she didn't seem so adamant. Like, I feel like it wasn't her who pushed for this. Of course, it's her office, but I feel like she wasn't the head honcho of this, even though she is, you know, as far as she oversees all that. I feel like it was that detective who, you know, came to her and said, oh, well, look at this, look at that. Because certain of the clips, it looks like they just screenshotted stuff. You know, you can see views if you take a picture of a Twitter and it has like the lines on it.
Mhm.
I was like, they took their cell phone and just took a picture of that. You know, so it just seems like they just trying to do anything and everything they can. So
Somebody said I don't think they can violate him over a tweet. However, he still may need to lay low. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's not gonna be able to say anything on social media.
right, right. I agree. I agree with that. I think he should stay away from, you know, that sort of stuff just to be safe. You know,
Yeah,
because
I would
20
just focus
years, I mean,
on
that's a
my
long time.
music. I would just focus on the music and posting stuff about music and just like regular,
Right,
daily life stuff. Him going out with
right,
flyers, stuff that's life.
right. I agree. I would leave anything that has to do with um
The court system.
potential criminal activity or anything, even with if you're listening, Young Thug, anything that has to do with Atlanta, Fulton County, I wouldn't even mention it, you know, because that's where your case is out of. So I wouldn't even mention nothing. You know, I mean, if you wanted to say something regarding the young Scooter thing, you know, RIP my boy Scooter. Something is fishy. You know, say something like that. Just be more broad, something in general. But to post, you know, a specific picture, even though you know, if you want to get technical, you're not putting the name and all this sort of stuff, but it's like you're walking a very thin line, you know, and I personally don't think that's a violation, but they're going to give him a strong warning that, you know, anything on social media that could count because it could lead to something. So, you know, like you said, Sylvia, just focus on your craft, your music. I did see he posted something about that people keep, you know, sweating him, bothering him to drop his tape, drop his album. Like, shoot, we ready. We ready, Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Drop that new album. It's definitely gonna get.
Everybody got to make sure that album doesn't say anything that would.
Oh, right, right. No encryptions in it because
Yeah.
they're gonna be listening strongly, and that's what I don't like about this situation is that because music is art, especially in our community, it's like you're speaking from, especially as a rapper, it's like you're supposed to be talking what you're living. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to be, you know, rapping your feelings, singing your feelings, your pain. It's real emotions. It's art, you know. And so I feel like they're really uh, boxing him in because now it's like you said, now you really have to think, oh, I can't say this, or let me go take this verse out, or it's and it's doable. I'm just saying it's like now you have a microscope on you And I feel like as an artist, that's kind of unfair. That's like telling a painter you can't paint this, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, dang, you putting so much constraints. And so, but if that's what you have to do to stay out of prison, I mean, I would definitely go that route. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. It is what it is. Here's my problem with the whole thing. I'm talking about on my side situation here. I feel they want to control the narrative in what is being information that's being brought out, and it's not fair because you can't have carte blanche of whatever goes out, and then the whole thing is not being told. That's my problem. They're trying to silence me as an independent blogger, vlogger, whatever you want to call it. They want me silenced, and it's not fair. This is America, supposed to
it's
be
not.
freedom of speech, freedom of the press, bringing people transparency in the judicial system, and it's like it's not fair at all. It's not right. That's not what the Constitution is all about. As an American citizen, we do have freedom of speech, and I understand folks say, "Oh, when you are on probation or that and stuff like that, you don't have that right anymore." But you're still a human being. You should have that right. That's what that. It didn't say in the Constitution if if you are a convicted felon, you don't have the right to have freedom of speech. It doesn't say that. That's what I don't understand. People keep saying, "Oh, he's a prisoner, he's this. He doesn't have that freedom." It doesn't say that in the Constitution. It doesn't differentiate that at all.
I agree. I feel like you should be able to say whatever you want. And that's why, I mean, not to bring up, I've been seeing some people in the comments talking about Elon stuff. I don't care about none of that type of stuff with Elon. But what I do respect about Elon and Trump is that they are about the freedom of speech.
Exactly.
I really, and that's why he bought the Twitter thing, is because you should be able to say, you know, what you feel, speak your mind, and that's what I do respect, because they changed that whole perspective. And I think that should be also Young Thug's stance, is this is freedom of speech. I didn't say, here's her address, type, go here or go do this. Just saying that, she's shady. That's my opinion. And I should be able to say that.
Just like in my chat, they say the only thing I have is the problem I have is someone disrespecting me. Now, if you say, Sylvia, I don't
Right.
okay, you don't like me, that's fine. I'll be like, go someplace where you like a person. Why you come here? But the point is, they have the right to say, I don't like you, Sylvia, or I don't like the way you bring things out. Okay. But when you start like, oh, you're a scammer and all, that's totally different, because you're
Right.
causing my livelihood to get messed up because of you slandering me. Slandering and saying you don't like a person is two different things. Two different.
Right. And that's also my thing too with you, is like, as a blogger, you're covering the news.
I'm covering.
And so I feel as though, your boots on the ground, you're right there in the courtroom. I mean, we've covered so many cases, over the last 5 years. And I see what it's like, when we did the Boosie case. And, when I was there with Megan, remember the lady Megan? I didn't even know who that was at first, sitting right next to her and whatnot. And so my thing is, as a YouTuber, as a blogger, covering the news, covering trials, whatever you want to, call it. I think you should be able to tell it like it is, tell your opinion, show the facts of the case, of the situation, and put your own little twist to it, your own little, style to it. They shouldn't be silencing people like you, because you're basically independent news. In my personal opinion, this type of news, independent news, the Cuff Boys, the infamous Sylvias, the Shade Rooms, the Seti Nashes, all these different these are independent news outlets. And I feel in today's world, 2025, they're actually, you guys are bigger and hold more weight than the traditional news outlets. You know,
Because
the
of
WGNs and all these
They
type of WSB.
control, but they controlled by the prosecutor and stuff. Because if you notice, the only interview she gives, like Fani, she gives it to the WSB TV.
Right.
They got a
Right.
monopoly on it. That's not fair.
Exactly.
I can ask them for an interview. We can't give it, we can't do it. But look at her, she's giving interviews. So
Yep.
how fair is that? She's only being one-sided. She's only
Exactly.
giving certain news outlet. That's not right.
Right. And they want to go the traditional route, you know, and I really feel in today's world, the independent news is way bigger and has way more pull than your traditional outlets. You know, of course, they're going to be bigger as far as an establishment, and they have the investors, the backing.
No, they got the backing, yep.
They have the backing, they have the resources. You know, they have the you know, the different ABC News and Yahoo and all these different whatever. They have that backing because they've been around and it's been traditional for the last however many years, 50, 60, 70 years. But in today's world, it's different. The climate is different, you know, and literally
What
bloggers
happened?
have more weight, pull more weight and get more views than, because all you have to do is like literally me. All I do, I watch YouTube. I mean, you know that YouTube is the where I watch the most news is YouTube. I'm not seeing videos like you guys on Infamous, SETI, all these different people on if I turn on the TV, it's gonna be CNN, Fox News, you know, my local news, and it's not gonna be. They're not gonna really get into it. They're gonna really be one-sided, and typically they're gonna side with the establishment, if you will.
Look at
You,
this
you
one.
see what I'm saying?
Oh, look at this one. She said, "Hello, Miss Sylvia. Here we go again with you in trouble. I pray they drop this crazy foolishness about Thug in you. Please stop inserting yourself in everything you hear. You aren't news reporter. You see."
Wow. And see, I wouldn't even, you know, I mean, people are gonna have, they're entitled, but see, they're entitled to their opinion.
Her opinion.
You
She's
see what I'm
entitled to
saying?
her opinion. Yeah, but that
She's
doesn't.
entitled to her opinion.
Well,
That
here's the
doesn't
thing,
make it true.
Here's the thing.
So
Here's the thing. What's going on is they didn't expect me to last and be there every day and weather the storm of all of this. That's what the whole thing is. I'm like the ever ready battery, y'all. I keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's the problem. They didn't expect somebody to just hang in there just for it. And it's not about clicks and views for me. It's about bringing information to the people. You get what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And you hate me, love me, or whatever, I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here, and there's nothing they can do about it until God calls me home. Like Rosie always say, I'm here until God calls me home. You're just gonna have to deal with me. That's it. Not going anywhere. Dom, we just lost him. Here he comes. He's back.
my phone,
There
I
you
had
go.
to plug my phone up. It was about to die.
Okay.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was saying that they didn't expect me to be loud because I'm still here, still doing it. And that's the thing. And the hate is so freaking strong with me. I've got obstacles every single angle, every single step in the courtroom, on the YouTube world. No, just everywhere. But the thing is, when God gives you an assignment, nobody can stop it. Nobody.
Right.
I don't care how much they try and do this and do that. Nobody.
Right. Pray then hustle. Appreciate that. You have a great rest of your day. Yeah, no, and see what a lot of people don't realize, Sylvia, is that I'm gonna always remind people, you know, I've known you for going on 6 years now.
Yeah, long time.
And
Well, it
you know,
is 6 years.
time flies, yeah, because we met
It's
2019.
April.
So
Yeah, we met in April. Before
April 2019, yep.
Mhm.
And so this is what people don't realize, because over time, you're getting all sorts of different subscribers and members. Make sure y'all go get a membership. um yeah, you're getting new people, you're meeting so many people along the way, and they don't know the actual work. They might just see, oh, this person, Infamous Sylvia, is trending because they might have saw a video off of another blogger, or they might have mentioned you in the actual news because your actual boots on the ground. People don't understand or realize that you have been doing this for 6 years. Not just, you're not half in, half out. It's not someone like me who went to the boot. That Boosie case was a year ago, and or whatever. And I popped up, for that little short time period. I'll go to all of the different court dates and whatnot, and then I'm back to my daily life. You see what I'm saying? Now, someone like you didn't just stop there. At I'm not going to bring up, with the R. Kelly and all that type of stuff, but you didn't just stop there. You continue, because you said, this is what I want to do. You stuck with it. It's your passion. People can say whatever they want these days. They can say, oh, well, there's not a lot of money in it, or it's not that. You have to go with what you're passionate about, and then it won't feel like a job. You see what I'm saying? And so, but my point being is that, like I said, you've been doing this for 6 years. And so you got to take the good, the bad, the ugly, all that, all in one. And so now, I mean, now you understand. Early on, you didn't understand with the whole, when people say negative comments like that, it's like, oh, I need to address it, or this or that. Now it's just like, hey, that's your opinion. If that's how you feel, why are you watching me? You know what I'm saying? Gladly unsubscribe and keep it moving. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people covering all sorts of topics on YouTube, all sorts of even on specific cases. If you want to say Young Thug's case, there's 1,000 different YouTubers covering this case. So it's like, if you don't like you as a person, if people don't like you as a person, or how you look, or how you talk, or the way you do things, simply unsubscribe. I mean,
That's it. That's
I
it.
mean, it's really nothing to it, but to get on someone's platform and say all this negative stuff, I mean, it's like you're just wasting your fingers and your breath.
It
I
is,
mean,
because
because
it's not going to stop me. I told you,
it's
the
not.
only way I stop, like Rosie said, is when God calls me home. That's it. You're not going to stop me, because the passion that God has given me inside of this, when I don't do it, I feel like a fish out of water. This is part of me, and they just
Right.
going to have to deal with me, period.
Yep. Yep. And so, that's kind of how I view it. You've always been firm and your opinions, views, and the boots on the ground thing. Me and you have disagreed on so many things. Our little strong group friends, group that we had, um, we don't agree with everything, but that's life. You're not going to agree with everybody, that everything, everyone, that everything that everyone says, whether it's family, friends, your spouse, whatever the case may be, you know, um, but yeah, I just feel that they're trying to take, and that's why I do, again, to not to harp on the Elon thing, but that's why I really appreciate that he bought Twitter, or X, if you will, because they were really trying to, everything is about algorithms now, and censorship, and that's also why I'm appreciative that Trump came in, is because they're limiting the censorship, and I really like that, because like you said, it's in the amendment. Like, you should not have a constraint on what you can say. It's literally freedom of speech. Like, it's in the Constitution. Like, we should be able to say whatever we want freely. I'm not saying to do this, but by law, I mean, you could literally tell a officer F you, and they can't do anything. There's nothing they could do.
Now,
And it's because
that
it's freedom of
person,
speech. I'm not saying to do that. That might not end well. I'm just saying, like, by law, technically, you can say whatever you want. You can't threaten nobody. But I'm just saying, like, um, and so, just on a smaller level, with the media, the news media outlets like yourself, I love independent news way more than traditional news. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I've watched the traditional news. Now, on YouTube, I'll see an actual news clip, you know, that's from the actual news that's on YouTube because they use every platform and outlet. But yeah, I mean, you guys hold so much weight. I mean, it's I love it, honestly.
And you know what the funny thing is? They thought this little small little channel did not have the power that God has given me. Because God used a small number of people to make things, big things happen. So it is what it is.
Yep.
And I'm not a
Yep.
one. I'm not a channel that has millions of views and millions of subscribers. But let me tell you.
Well. Hold on, Sylvia. Let me stop you there. If you go to your that's I'm gonna correct you because that's incorrect. If you
Okay.
go to your little about or whatever, you got millions of views.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, you might not have. You might. I don't know the specific. I'm just saying you definitely have millions of views. You know, you might not have 1 million on one single video, but collectively, Sylvia, I'm sure you have at least. I would say at least what, a couple million. I don't know the number, but it's got to be over a couple million. You've been doing it for 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I'm talking about as far as subscribership, things
oh yeah, but
like
Sylvia,
that.
that's not what it's all. But let me tell you, Sylvia, subscribe. It's not all about just the number of subscribers.
Yeah.
There's literally people who have 100K subscribers and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's all about the viewership. It's all about the people who are that small group of people who are locked in, who are watching your videos, who are hitting the like button, who are memberships, who have memberships, who are donating when they can. Um, you know, every little bit helps. You know, it's a group, and that's what people. I feel like people like you should not even focus on that. I want to get 1 million subs and all. It's not about that. It's about it. You know how they always say it's quality over quantity.
Quantity. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that's how I look at it. And literally, there's subscriber. I mean, there's YouTubers who literally have a couple 100,000 subs, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars with
Mm-hmm.
that small group of people. And
Mm-hmm.
it's because it's about the viewership. They have millions of views on videos and stuff like that. So you can't look at it from that perspective. I say just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you have a great audience. Like at the end of the day, it's still a business. It's you have to tend to your audience, and that's what you're doing. You know that these little negative comments or negative opinions, you know, because everybody, like I said, we all said that it's freedom of speech. You have never being disrespectful. That's totally different. But if you feel a way about you or whatever, that's minor. That's minute compared to all the positive stuff. So that's what you got to look at. You got to look at the positivity and how far you've came.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of how I look at it.
That's true. Ah,
Yep. So,
but
okay, so
no,
what's
but I do have the button to block when people getting on my nerve too. So
yeah, that's in your right.
that's in
Hey,
my
do what you
right,
got to
right?
do.
I block.
That's what you got to do. Sometimes you
When they
got to
get
do
on
it.
my when they really getting on my nerve, I have to get, and then I go back and I remove the block. But while at the time when I'm doing the live, if that they getting on my nerve enough, I will block and I will time them out. That's why they have it,
Right.
because more people gonna get on your nerve.
Right, because I mean, honestly, in today's, because I believe in law of attraction. You know, the 48 laws of power. I believe you attract what you put out. You know, and
Mhm.
so me personally, I don't even want no type. I don't want any type of negativity.
Negativity.
You
That's
know,
right. You
I
move it.
just that's just in my. If I start off with something negative, I start my day off and something negative, I'm gonna go the opposite way because I don't want no type of negativity. You know, because then that just spirals into other negative issues. You
Exactly.
know, and
Exactly.
so yeah, I
And that's
mean,
one of the reasons why I block, because I don't like the energy it gives me, and I feel a certain way, and then I start my whole aura starts changing. That's why a lot of time I do block those comments because it's not feeling good at the time for me. So people are like, oh, why is she block? I can't speak. Well,
you don't,
right now,
Sylvia, you don't even have to explain that.
okay.
You're entitled to do what you want on your channel.
Mhm.
You know, if you want to block somebody, block them. You don't need an explanation.
Talk to the people. Hold on, I got an important call coming in. Talk to the people.
So, you know, that's kind of how I view it, you guys. For those who don't know, I like I said, I've known Sylvia for 6 years. Um, we all been rocking. We have about 5, 6 of us that are, really close. It's me, Randa. Randa's super busy with work and stuff. I'm sure you guys, a lot of you guys know who she is. Um, Me, Randa, Marshall, Big Marshall, my brother, Gucci, my uncle Gucci, um, my sis Nakia. Um, we got Miss Fat. We got You Digging Me. We got man, who else? It's a whole bunch of us, but that all had met, back in that time frame. Um, but we always, stuck together as far as like within this channel, and we all, we sometimes we disagree and whatnot. But ultimately we always are solid, cordial and cool with each other. Um, but yeah, as far as the Young Thug stuff goes, guys, I mean, me personally, I feel like it was not a violation, but he should tread lightly for sure. Mercy and grace. I agree. You have a passion for the justice and injustice of the judicial system behind the scenes from all angles. And that's what I love about independent news media. You know what I'm saying? Like someone like Sylvia, infamous Sylvia, is because you get to see all perspectives. You get to see the undercover. I mean the behind the scenes, excuse me. You get to see the behind the scenes. Um And that shows a lot more because a traditional news outlet, someone like a WSB, news person, they're not going to show the ins and outs. They're just going to show from a professional standpoint the traditional way of news. You go into the court, everything has to be by the book, and because it's an entity, it's an establishment, it's the corporation. So you have to go by that. It's not the owner themselves coming in there. It's a bunch of investors that own these huge companies, and then they have a whole bunch of the infrastructure. They have all sorts of people working in different departments. Then they have the actual news person who's boots on the ground, using WSB's equipment, you know, um, versus someone like Sylvia who is on her phone. She has her little media stuff, or her electronic stuff, recording stuff, but it's just her, going in there, actually recording and pictures and whatever else. However, she has to do it. She's actually giving the people a voice, interviewing attorneys, interviewing people a part of the case, interviewing anybody. You know, um, that's all. She's so small compared to this big establishment that's going to, do everything by the book and, do all this specifically versus someone like Sylvia. They're going to just give it to you raw and uncut, which to me is 10 times better. And that's why, in my opinion, the independent news outlet is so much bigger these days, so much bigger than your regular news. I mean, because I'm telling you, literally the last 6 years, um, this is the most YouTube I've watched ever in my entire life. And YouTube's been out for, I don't know, 15, 20 years, I'm sure. It's been at least 15 years since it's been out, or at least when it was created or whatever. Um, but yeah, over the last 6 years, I mean, literally, you can learn so much on YouTube. You can be informed on YouTube. You can meet people on YouTube. I mean, there's so much knowledge out there, and positivity. Um, Anything you want to know, you can go to YouTube, and it's just at the punch of your finger. You just go to the app. It's not like you have to, oh, let me make it home. The news comes on at 5 o'clock. I got to catch that. It's not like that with YouTube. And that's what I really like about it. And you can Watch who you like. You can choose to watch who you like by subscribe or unsubscribe. And that's what I like about the news outlet is you have a voice. Everybody has a voice. Freedom of speech. The power of that is unmatched, in my opinion. North Media, that's your opinion. Oh wow, someone else. Please go up. He has put me to sleep. I'm working from home and I can't keep my eyes open. Hey, well you continue working from home and you go to sleep. Respectfully. Allegedly, maybe. I agree. But that's the issue. They are trying to make it to where you can't state your opinion. And that's the problem right there. You're trying to box people in. Thomas. Trump started getting rid of people in government positions that spoke out against him. What is he talking about? See, you're thinking of two different things. Okay? It's not him alone. They're trying to take away his freedom of speech. I didn't say anything about anything that Trump has done as far as specifics. I said I was speaking on a freedom of speech perspective. That's what I said. So I suggest you go back and listen to what I said. I said I respect that him and Trump and Elon uh, um, are trying to keep your freedom of speech. That's what I like. I said nothing about getting people in government positions. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. And that's not what I'm gonna go talk about. Absolutely not. CMT 201. Absolutely. Media is how we hold public officials accountable. I totally agree. Totally agree. Media is the checks and balances. Absolutely. Yeah, because bigger outlets, and that's the problem with the bigger establishments, the bigger news outlets, is they're starting to not hold people accountable. They're starting to be one way and one way only, unlike independent news outlets.
Thank you, Don, for holding this down. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
But mm,
I was just catching up on the comments. I was scrolling back, kind of just responding to each comment. Um, you know, like look, K Bear's mama said, "What did you do wrong? I don't get it. If she didn't want to be seen, FC should have scrubbed all burritos photos from the internet." I
what
mean, yeah,
what I see is they trying to control everything. You put the social media pictures and stuff like that out there, and then you expect people not to go and look at those things but you're putting it out there. This is what people say to me. Hey, if you don't want your picture on there, then why are you going on social media? People tell me that all the time. They tell me that, and they're right. They're right. You got to expect it when folks come in here to attack. I got to expect it because this is social media. This is it. you know
yeah, it's a shame. And see, like for example, right, when you had left, someone made a comment and said, "Wow, someone else, please go up. He has put me to sleep. I'm working from home and I can't keep my eyes open."
Oh wow, well
Right,
wait a minute. You using me to keep your eyes open?
right. So I'm like,
You're supposed to be
well,
working. First of all, you're
right,
stealing the money from the job I was being on here. You're supposed to be working.
right, exactly. And not only that, why even make a negative comment? Period. If you don't like what I'm saying, just click off. You see what I'm saying?
Don't make a negative comment. If you don't like what Sylvia said, click off. I don't understand people. But to sit up there and type, you used your fingers to make a negative comment. I mean, it's it's your
Why
opinion.
torture yourself? Why torture yourself? Go find another channel that keeps you up. Don't torture yourself.
Right. Oh wow. Her said the police has Woody pulled over. This is harassment at this point. He's live on YouTube.
He's live
Wow.
right now.
That's what her just said.
Hold
The
on.
police has Woody pulled over. This is harassment at this point. He's live on YouTube. Damn. Wait, he's been getting pulled. Rachel, he's been getting pulled over or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's been getting pulled over a lot.
Second. Oh, her said this is the second time today. Wow. Wow.
He's not
See,
live right
they
now. He's not live right now.
they always trying to take a black man down.
He's not live right
Crazy.
now. I don't see him live. What's he
Oh,
live
she
at?
said they smelled weed in the car.
Oh, I
Wow.
smell weed all the time. And
Yeah,
everybody.
but see that's what people don't realize is I watch so many body cam footage. Now that's how they used to have the show called Cops. I'm sure they still run that. The show Cops. Literally the body cam. If you go on YouTube, so many different channels are body cam channels. And so it's crazy like how you'll see when someone gets pulled over and just the craziest stuff turns up. I'm like, how do they even find out? Just crazy stuff. But anyways, my point being is that anytime a cop wants to search your car, their excuse or get you out of the car is I smell weed. That's the every single time in today's society. Anytime they want you out the car or they suspect something, they're gonna say they smell weed every time.
Is that what also in California? Since California is it's legal, they can
Yeah.
still sell it?
So the thing is, Sylvia, is if they smell weed in the car, like
Mhm.
for example, if they pull you over and you roll down the window, you
Mhm.
give them your license and stuff. If they smell weed, that's a reason for them to say, hey, well, first, they'll ask you, is there any weed in the car? I'm not gonna care if it's personal amount, and you could be like, yeah, you know, I have a blunt or whatever, and then but they're gonna say, do you mind if I search the car? That's
You
their
say no.
probable cause to search
You
the
should say
car.
no. You should say no.
Well, yeah, if you say no, what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna have a canine walk around the car. You say, okay, cool, because them dogs, they can smell fentanyl, they can smell meth, they can smell heroin, they can smell all those type of drugs.
Mhm.
And so they're gonna have the car walk around. I mean, the dog walk around the car, and then if you have anything in your car, you're cooked. If you don't, I mean, because even if I don't have anything in the car, I'm not just gonna say, oh, sure, search the car. Like, for what? That's crazy.
Mhm.
And so but that's their reasoning is what I'm saying. And so if they smell weed in his car, that could be bad as far as because they're gonna want to get you out the car and all. It's just embarrassing to have you get out the car on the side of the road. They throwing up, turning over your whole car to find if you have anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So I hope he's okay. you know they got his folks detained. Damn.
They still got him out there.
I mean, they smell weed in the car. I hope it wasn't any weed. I'm back.
Hold on, let
It
me see.
blocked out now. He said he had to call somebody GF. He's not live anymore. Oh, okay. Wow. Is weed legal in Georgia or Atlanta? No, right? He ended the live to call the guy with him girlfriend. I guess that's what GF. Is he okay? North Media, she said, put some respect on her name, please. Yeah, I mean, we could all disagree or agree, but if you don't like what somebody's saying, just pop off. He said that was the second time pulling him today. Damn. Wow. I wonder what kind of car does he drive? Does he have like does he have a car that stands out, or people in the chat?
The state trooper said the same thing. So You know what I mean? They pull us over and they calling. Now they trying to check the VIN numbers on the car. And I'm like, don't they need a warrant to do that?
Right. Dodge Durango. Okay. But he probably has like the souped up, the SRT or the Hellcat version. I mean, knowing, doing big time stuff.
Hello?
Is that his
Yeah,
live?
yeah. No, I'm on the phone with him.
Oh, okay. My fault. Go ahead. I didn't know that.
Let me answer my other line. I'll call you back.
Okay. They got him on the side of the road right now, y'all.
Wow. I thought you was playing his live. My apologies. I thought that was his live. Wow.
This is the second time today they pulled him over.
Yeah, that I would say that's harassment now, because now you're targeting him. You see what I'm saying? And people are saying that he drives a Durango, so that's it's probably a I mean, I know you probably don't know much about cars, but on the Dodges, they have the Hellcats, the SRTs, which is like a souped up version. The car's loud, it's more bulky, and it stands out. It's not your average car. And so it does seem, if that was the second time today, they're definitely targeting him, which is sad.
He said they're looking underneath the seat of his car.
Right. I mean, if he's saying that they're looking at the VIN number, that, because when you look up the VIN number, they're doing that to see if the car is stolen. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Car's not stolen.
No, I know it's not. I'm just saying that's what they do to look and see if it is. Because sometimes people switch VINs and all. But my thing is, why are they doing all that, though, off of a simple traffic stop? I don't understand that. Wow. Oh, yeah. So if you pull up and replay his live, can you go to his live and play it?
Yeah.
Yeah, play that, so we can see from start to finish. Because it wasn't that long, they said. It was a short live. Mimi, he doesn't have a Durango. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Someone said that in the chat. He got that car a couple days ago. Oh, okay. Wow. He was parked and they pulled up on him. That's crazy. A track hawk. Okay. But wow. If he was parked, why would they? Yeah, that's definitely harassment. Or someone called on him. Because if you're parked, I mean, there's no way. I agree. Dialogue with me TV. They're not going to stop. He needs to relocate.
No, we just talk about the whole thing, the whole environment, the community and everything. Like, y'all just pull us out the car, you know what I mean? And ain't no crime. Y'all ain't investigating no crime. You got both of them detained in the back seat of the car. But y'all ain't investigating no crime. Clearly, he's searching the car. There's nothing in the car. But guess what? That's the investigation part. But still pulling them, it's a violation.
On a parked car?
We can identify everybody with us having a probable cause for smell of marijuana.
Probable cause for a parked car.
We ain't identified you. Right. No disrespect. Ain't nothing in the car. I know y'all gonna harass us.
I would file a lawsuit. If they find nothing in that car, I will file a lawsuit
I'm
on
saying,
APD.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's no problem.
Two times in one day. The state trooper, look, I got the proof right here. The state trooper just let us go. We're not connected with the state trooper. We don't know who they pull over and when they pull y'all. When they pull you. We do our thing every day.
Yeah, they're on a rampage, y'all. All of this all of a sudden now, y'all.
Like, that's harassment. Look at that. They searching his car and all that, going through his stuff for what? And he was parked for what? They're targeting this man. I don't care what nobody say.
Then we parked though. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
File a lawsuit. If they don't find nothing, file a lawsuit. Look at him.
Car brand
Just
new,
happy.
man. Ain't nothing in it. I'm telling you now.
Dude, just happy.
You could bring your dog. Ain't nothing in it. Don't even waste your time, man. I'm being real respectful to you. Hold on. It's a blunt right here.
Right. Just about to break this man's car and everything.
Yeah. It close on down. All right, there you go.
Wow. And what's sad is they black. They
That's what.
black,
Come on now, it's always the black one that do it.
You ain't
man.
find any
They
phone?
black.
You got your phone? Can I look in there for your phone?
There's no probable cause to search that man's car. But see,
This
they
is
want to say it's the
crazy.
weed. Come on now.
Yeah,
Illegal
yeah, tell her I'm
search.
trying to get the whole thing on footage, bro. This is crazy.
They don't want a young end to win, man. They don't.
I'm about to get out live, bro. This is crazy, man. 2 times in one day. You
Yeah,
can't
Woody,
run my
if I'm
VIN
you,
number, man.
bro,
That's against my rights, man. The claim stolen, man.
I would
You gonna
leave.
run my
I would
VIN number
leave
too?
Atlanta. I'm sorry. Because now you're being targeted.
Don't you gotta have a want to run my VIN number? All right, man. Do your thing, man. Your car or his car? Huh? Is your car or his car? You got them in the back of the car? But I just got pulled over this morning.
You seen y'all all day. Y'all made the left on Central. We tried to catch up to y'all. By the time we catch up to y'all, y'all was backing up and parking.
Cause we going right here.
That's cool. That's cool. I had no idea you was using the car. I had no idea whether you in the car. It could be a white person, black person, purple person. I was gonna stop this car all day long.
Oh,
I'm telling
so
you
you
what's up.
targeted the car.
I'm
You
talking
see
to Buddy.
that?
I could smell the
He
marijuana
said,
coming from
I
the
don't
car,
care
so I pulled him
what
out.
he was. I
Ain't
was
no
pulling over
marijuana in
that
the car
car.
though.
None. I haven't
You just
found
told on
one yet,
yourself,
so I
bro.
pulled it. But I'm telling you why I'm doing what I did. You feel me? Everything is being recorded.
So why they gotta be detained in the back of the car?
I don't know who they are. I said that to you. I said I know who you
Wow.
are. Right? I know who you are. I know your first name, your last name, and your birthday.
Right.
I know
Oh,
who you are.
so now
I don't
you're
know him.
harassing him.
I don't know the driver either. They could be a murderer, a killer, or they could be someone that just went to church the other day with grandma.
So
I don't know
let
who
me
they
ask
are.
you an honest question.
Nah, bro.
What's up?
If this was a white man, attorney, or somebody that you ain't gonna pull they peep out the car and ask them who they are.
Yes, I would. All day long.
I don't been in the car.
If I pull you,
All right.
If I pull somebody over and they got an ID, they come in. That's it.
We parked. These folks just come out of nowhere, pull us over while we already parked. We already parked and they just come pull us over. This shit's crazy. Look at it, you can tell we already parked how he did that. Man, they just harassing the nigga at this point. We just got pulled over early. This is I might get out, man. I got called in this girl, man.
Um, I'm sending in the news over there, y'all. It says, when you don't know your rights, you get what you get. All right, hold on a second, y'all. What street is that y'all can see where he's at? I know it's an apartment complex near there. Hold on a second. It happened a few minutes ago. Hold on a second. I was just on the phone with him. They still have them detained. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Dom, talk to the people.
I'm here. Do you hear me? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know it's hard to leave, like even with Young Thug, it's difficult to leave somewhere that you've been your whole life. When you have ties to the community, your friends and family are there, your girls there, if you got kids and all this sort of stuff. But sometimes in life, you gotta do what's best for yourself, and what's interesting to me about this traffic stop is the guy literally said on camera, the cop said, I don't care if you was white, black, purple. He said, I was pulling over that car. Okay, so you just told on yourself. So you're targeting this vehicle. Okay. And there's no way you can tell me that if he was already pulled over today, that car is very, I'm not going to say what type of vehicle it is out of respect for Woody. If you guys can see it, you can see it. That car stands out. It's not that car is a one of a kind. Okay. It's a one off. So they're definitely targeting the car. And then if you know who's in the car, that just makes it double. You see what I'm saying? And they're definitely targeting him. So as I was saying, sometimes you got to do what's best for you. And I do feel that Woody needs to leave the Atlanta area, or the Mechanicsville or wherever he's from. That Atlanta, period. I think he should leave. Go to another state. Come out here to California, Florida or the neighboring state, something. Because if not, this is going to continue, and we see how hungry Fulton County is, as far as the prosecutors, the police, all that. We see how shady they are, quote unquote. So, and especially knowing how your situation, Woody, as far as you with this Young Thug case and all that, they're trying to do any and everything to take a black man down. So words of advice just from me, I don't know you, bruh, but if I'm you, I would leave, because it's the only thing. It's just gonna continue. Even if, let's say, you don't have nothing in that car, you don't got no weed, no guns, no nothing, it's still gonna be happening so often, that it's gonna take a toll on you mentally, and it's just ruining your day. It's negativity just to get stopped. Even if you don't have nothing, it's still, who wants to be constantly pulled over? You can't even live your life without being concerned. Oh shit, shoot, a cop might pull me over today. You know? So it's like, who wants to deal with that? And they clearly are power hungry, and they love taking a black man down. So they're looking for any and every little thing to get you, bro. So that's just my advice. 2 times in a day is crazy. They're targeting you for sure.
And Ray Ray, for you to ask why I send the news, because if somebody's being harassed like that, it needs to be brought out in the open like this. Come on, enough is enough.
Dialogue with me TV. I agree. I'd leave Atlanta ASAP. What is keeping him there? Take your children and go. Please, this doesn't seem as though it will get any better. I agree. Because think about it. It's only been 6 months since this trial, and you're already having things like this happen. I mean, think about 5 years from now, a year from now. 7 years from now? I mean, and you're on social media, so I mean, everybody is. It's 2025. Everybody's on social media, so they're gonna be watching every little thing you do. You feel me? Every little thing. So they're gonna constantly be having detectives, undercovers, marked cars, unmarked cars, constantly watching your every move. Who wants to live like that? I don't care how tied I am to the community with my family, my kids, friends, all that. I can visit, but if I'm gonna be targeted and pulled over versus if I'm in, California or Florida, don't nobody really know who I am as far as, police wise and all that. You can just live your life. You gonna have fans and stuff like that. But it's like, bruh, I'm telling you, I think the best case scenario, and I can't tell, a grown man what to do. Nobody can. But and it's like I said, it's hard when you're from there. Nobody wants to leave where they're from, and that's, what they know. But it's just gonna end wrong. And I don't want to see that because you have turned your life around so much and you've been an inspiration no matter despite what the streets say, that you told and all this and other. You have been motivation for a lot of people. You've been an inspiration and a role model, believe it or not. You really have. So, you know, that's just my opinion. I mean, because they got you stressed out. I mean, I could just tell, I could hear the stress, off your video. I mean, you're live. I mean, that's crazy, bro. Wow. They want him to crash. I agree. I agree. They want him to crash out. They want him to snap. And then they can get you on whatever happens. You know? It's it's crazy. And honestly, Woody, if I'm you, let's say they search your car, they don't find nothing. Not even weed, like they claim they say. They smell. I will file a lawsuit against APD. Absolutely, 100%. Get you an attorney. I will file a lawsuit because at this point, it's harassment. You can't get pulled over by the same agency twice in a day and you're not even committing no traffic
It's not the same
infraction.
agency. It's not the same agency. One was
Sheriffs.
one was the state patrol, and then the other one was
Oh,
Atlanta.
state trooper. Okay. So it was
Mhm.
state trooper and then it was APD.
Atlanta.
Yeah. But see, all of these agencies are tied together. They all work together.
She
You see what
says
I'm saying?
she claims, "Oh, we don't know what the other agency did." It's on the
Yeah,
phone.
no, no, that's not true. That's not
Radio.
true, Sylvia. Because anytime you watch a press conference and they catch somebody, a cartel, anybody for any type of violations or criminal act, they always say, you know, our partners, we all work together. We work with this agency. They're all together.
Yeah.
Whether it's state troopers, highway patrol, APD, sheriffs, Homeland Security, FBI, they all are together. So that's false. What that officer was saying, that officer was trying to persuade Woody to believe what he did was the correct thing, which was not true. That officer straight up targeted him. You seen him going through all his bags, and I mean that's crazy. You doing all that, and his car was parked. Come on, fam. And he was happy. You see how happy them cops are? Oh yeah, we gonna do this. As a black man, that's crazy. As a black man, that's sad. That goes to show these officers out here in Fulton County, they are targeting people. And not only that, they're on a power trip. That this gets them high. This gets their day going when they can say, man, I pulled over Woody. I pulled over Young Thug, you know, and they know it's gonna be on live. And you know what I'm saying? They like that. They like it.
Yeah, you don't have to answer any question. You can invoke
I
your
agree.
yeah. Yeah, you can.
Charles Glass. Tall Glass said, I would say call the, tell the officer to call their sergeant, period. I would do the same thing. I would say I need to speak to a supervisor.
Yeah. Ask to speak to the supervisor.
Ask to speak, because anytime you get pulled over on a traffic stop and you say you want to talk to a supervisor, they have to send a sergeant or a higher rank up. It's not going to be the chief or nothing like that. It's going to be the person who
A supervisor.
oversees that area, the supervisor, right? So have them come out and I know Woody, I know you're very frustrated because I would be too.
He's
I'm the
not. He's
same
not.
way.
He's not on the phone. He's not.
No. I know he's not. I know he's not, Sylvia. I'm talking just in general. I'm saying I know it's frustrating because I'm the same way. Especially if I'm not doing nothing wrong. What's the issue? But just try to control your emotions, bruh, and literally ask for a supervisor and explain the situation. Like, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. Like, I feel like y'all targeting me, and definitely record all that. Because they could chop and screw anything on a body cam. They could chop and screw all that. It's technology. Um, because at this point, that goes with targeting and harassment, 1,000%.
Ah, Judge Whitaker just ruled. She ruled. No revoke. No revoke.
I told you. I
Yes.
knew it. I
No.
knew it.
No revoke. Ah. Hold on. No revoke. Yes.
I knew it.
All right. I'm pulling it up for y'all. Hold on.
I told you, Sylvia. I knew she would because it's Whitaker. She's the coolest. And I guarantee you she's going to say, just you can't, she's just gonna alert him, hey, you can't be doing stuff like that moving forward. And if that type of stuff happens again, you know, it could we could and revoking it. But I knew she wouldn't because it wasn't we read the motion, they weren't very specific. They couldn't
She
they couldn't
declined, y'all.
prove right. They couldn't prove that he did this or caused this. Like that's what I'm not understanding. You know. Sorry.
Y'all see it? Can y'all see it? I'm gonna make it bigger. Come on. Can y'all read it? I can't even make it bigger, y'all. Hold on. It won't come bigger. Oh my God. It says, upon consideration of the state's April 2nd, 2025 motion to revoke defendant's probation, which alleged a violation of the terms and conditions of defendant's probation for having posted a picture of a particular law enforcement officer with the captured biggest liar in DA's office, and defendant April 3rd response thereto, and having reviewed the terms and conditions of the defendant's probation imposed by this court, the court declines to
Yes,
revoke
sir.
defendant probation based on violation asserted. Bam! Thank you, Judge
Slap.
Whitaker.
Slap.
Bam!
No, I'm playing. Right. YSL Page done did it again.
Thank you, Judge
YSL
Whitaker. Can't
Page
claim
done
that
did it
mess.
again, bruh. Hey,
Denied, denied, denied. Thank you, Judge
YSL
Whitaker.
Page drinks on us on the YSL. You feel me? No,
You
I'm
better
playing.
stop saying myself page on here.
Right.
Don't.
But didn't I tell you, Sylvia? Didn't I say at the beginning? I said, damn. I said, hey, there wasn't substantial evidence to prove he did this or he did anything. There was nothing to violate him. You see what I'm saying? There was nothing. Paige is, yeah, I agree. Why Paige is annoyed with these people? They doing anything to
Because they
stop a young
petty.
black man.
They
Period.
petty. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Yes. Short and sweet. That's right, Moon Cancer. Cancer Moon. Woo!
Yep, I knew it.
That's right. Yo, Nene, stop saying that. You better
Short
stop.
and sweet. Right. Keep it
Y'all,
straight to the point.
that's
You
it.
feel
That's
me?
it. She denied it. So all those people that coming in here with the crap.
Pushing P. Pushing P.
Woo!
Pushing P. Pushing P. Hey, pushing P. Pushing P. Hey. Let me go retweet that thing.
Woo!
Yeah, me.
Yes.
We on it. We on
Yes.
it. Hey.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
understand
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Hey, God is good. You know?
Woo!
God is good.
Yes, yo, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Woo!
Yep. Now
Woo!
we gotta get some straightening with Woody. You know, we gotta see what's going on, man, because that's crazy. Yeah, Fanny's down bad. Yeah. Yeah, she
And
is.
listen,
She
y'all,
definitely is.
people, I don't smoke, so you will never smell weed in my car. So don't even try to come and stop me
Well,
for no weed, okay? I don't
I'm
smoke.
not gonna tell my business, but I live in California. It's legal. You
I
feel me,
don't
Sylvia?
smoke. So if
Hey,
y'all come and try to put something in my car, I don't smoke at
but
all.
what I will
Honest.
say, is you'll never ever catch my car smelling like no weed because
They don't-
I know what they try to do. I know what they're gonna do if they stop you. If they
Yeah.
stop you and smell any type of weed, they're going to search the car, pull you out, do the most. They're gonna try to get you. So if anything, y'all, smoke your weed outside of the car, and then get in your car and go do what you got to do. Don't smoke in the car. That's the dumbest thing you could do,
And
especially if you're in
I
a
don't
state that's
speed.
illegal.
And look, and I don't speed either. I drive like
Right.
driving Miss Daisy, so y'all can't get me for that either. So don't even try
Well,
it.
Sylvia, we know that's cap because we've seen you drive before on when you've been door dashing or whatever. And man, let me tell you, y'all, Sylvia has road rage. Let
I
me
do
tell
not.
y'all,
I do
she
not.
got road
I
rage.
might have road
She be cussing folks out in her church vocabulary. She be cussing them out in church vocab. You know what I'm saying? Man, get over. Let me bop bop bop. I seen multiple times. You
person is
and
not
Dallas both.
person is not illegal.
Shoot.
I'm just giving them warning, y'all. If they gonna try to put that on me, that's a lie. I don't smoke and I don't speed. So
Hey, what's funny to me is how quick, I agree, Kim Morris. She said, OMG, YSL Whitaker already responded, LOL, I'm weak. I agree. She responded to that thing quick.
because you see this nonsense, it's a bunch of nonsense, bunch of babies
See,
acting like little babies.
man, like, yeah, y'all
Babies.
already trying to take this man down after 6 months of being free for nothing. I mean, come on now. Y'all targeting that DA office. And you know what shocked me, Sylvia, is
Mm.
that Fani got reelected. What's up with Atlanta, man? What's up with y'all out there? Y'all don't want nobody new? Man, seems like y'all just want to continue as being locked up, huh? I guess. Y'all do y'all, I guess. Cause I mean it's crazy at this point.
Mm, mm, mm.
Well
And
that's
they wasted
that's
their
good.
time. They wasted their time. They wasted their time lying too. They're wasting all that time lying.
And she's getting Nikki Hookfin, Fannie wanted money. She's definitely getting her bag. Don't get that twisted at all. She oversaw like 4 million of that was allocated to the DA's office, and that's why she was able to give her lover, Nathan Wade, 700K. Okay, and don't think by 1 second she didn't get some of that money received back in cash, not just these trips. Okay, that's why she has cash under her
Look, the
mattress.
thoughts of my guests is not the thoughts of Sylvia's channel.
Yeah, yeah, this is me. Yeah,
The
this is
thought
this is what I'm
of my
saying.
guest is not the thought of Sylvia.
Pushing
And
P,
make sure
pushing
you put
P,
allegedly, sir. Make sure
pushing
you
P,
put alleged,
pushing P. Oh no,
alleged.
Sylvia. Let me tell you this. That was not alleged. Was in court. They said all this in court. She had to go. Like I don't know if you guys have been following, but Fani has had to go before the like the Supreme Court, the all of that because of that. So I'm not just saying this. I'm not saying this off of my opinion. This is facts. She literally was giving that man. She gave him seven. She paid him 700K, and then she had money under her cash, stats under her mattress. This is a DA, y'all. A district attorney just has cash just laying in her house. Come on now. Did you file taxes for that one? I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. But again, she's definitely getting paid, y'all. Because if she had 4 million allegedly allocated to the DA's office, allegedly, and she's still going to like anytime that they need more money, like more funds federally allocated to the office, they have to go before like a board and people that oversee that allocate funds. And she still is going to court still to this day, requesting money for her office to receive more, like $5 million or whatever. So come on now. It's been about money. Allegedly. But all in all though, Sylvia, that's I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see a judge like YSL Page, Judge Page Whitaker, actually doing her job the right way. Not
Oh,
not
good.
taking.
Woody's good, y'all. Woody's good. Woo!
He's good.
Good. Yes, they let him go.
Hey,
I'm good. I just got the message.
all right, and nothing. He didn't issue him a citation or anything. If he didn't issue him a citation, I would file a lawsuit, 1,000%, because you literally that just proved that you targeted me. I would file a lawsuit, Woody. I promise you. But yeah, I'm like I was saying, Paige Whitaker. I love that she doesn't let the outside world, the outside influences, influence her decisions.
No,
Because she could have.
everybody got let go. He's good. He's good, y'all. Everybody they
Okay,
let him go. Everybody got let
okay,
go.
that's amazing.
Because
But
let
did you
me
hear what
tell
I
you,
said, Sylvia?
I told you I was sending the news over there. I told you I'm not playing. They playing with the wrong one. I got connection.
You heard what I said, Sylvia? I said it's dope to see that an attorney I mean, a judge is actually doing her job the right way, and not allowing outside things to influence her decisions, because she easily could have said, yeah, you know what, because of what other people said on Twitter, on X, yeah, you violated, and then send him back to prison. I mean, because literally, she could have just done that and sided with the prosecutors, but she didn't, because she saw that it was not a violation. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's a blessing.
Y'all, now from now on, we need to ride with our cameras on every single
You have
time.
to.
You got
You gotta have a dash cam, body cam, all that.
Yeah, you got to keep your cameras on. That's the only way you get saved around here.
Hmm. I just got a dash cam recently because, someone hit my car, and people, they try to lie. He said, "Oh yeah, it's my fault, this, that, and the other," and then once you get, you know, the proper stuff, they deny it. You file a claim, they say, "Oh no, that wasn't my fault." So that's what people do, And but anytime something's on camera, you can't dispute that.
Sunday says, so you too. You make sure you put it on your Amazon list.
Channel 2 News on speed dial, right?
I had to call the news. I'm not playing with them, y'all. I got too much connection. It's my network. That's my
Hey,
network.
you got to look out for one another these days,
Yep.
because all kinfolk or all skin folk ain't kinfolk. You seen how happy they was? They was hoping they found something in Woody's car. They was hoping. He was so happy going through that. That man had a Louis Vuitton bag. You see that orange bag, Sylvia? That's Louis. You understand what I'm saying? So they see he got a nice watch on. That's probably an AP. He got a
Dom,
nice.
Dom, yo, he go way overboard.
You said what?
I'm laughing at you. You go way overboard with the AP and the watch and the Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, that's what they trying to do. They see a young dude with all this stuff. They don't want that. Cause think about it, they only making 40,000 a year. They a police officer. Their life is miserable, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
they
they don't
got
want to see this
power.
young man.
So they bank on their power.
Their power, exactly. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I remember, I'll never forget when the officer had pulled over Boosie like a couple years ago. And he was so happy. Boosie was like, bro, I have your salary right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they just be so happy because, like you said, even though they only make 40, 50,000 a year, they have the power. They can use their authority to do whatever and then worry about it later. They can arrest you for anything and then worry about whatever happens later.
Hey,
And that just
Jasmine,
ruins your
hold on. Let me
day.
say hi to Jasmine because I don't want Jasmine getting on me today. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? I got to make sure I say hi to Jasmine because Jasmine was getting on me yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
all good.
CMT, make sure you say hi to Jasmine. Make sure you say hi to Jasmine, CMT.
What up? What up, Jasmine? Yeah, they literally was so happy. Go watch Woody's video, y'all, when you get a chance. That officer was scrambling through I hope I find some drugs or a gun or weed or something in this Louis bag. And man, that would have made them so happy. And that's the sad part, to see a black man, a black officer doing that to another black man who's from the community and doing right. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, I know who you are. He said, oh, I know who you are. He said, I don't care if you was black, purple, white. I was pulling over this car. Like, really, bro? It's a shame. They hate to see a young, I'm telling you, that's hate. That's hate. When you see another man have Louis a AP watch, a $100,000 car. You know what I'm saying? Who's a young dude, 30 years old or however, 20s. They see that and you 40 something, barely making 50,000 a year. That's hate. That's jealousy. I promise you it is. It's no other way. Because all you had to say was, I stopped you because, your window tint. Or we got a phone call because, a suspicious vehicle. Or, license and registration and insurance. I'm going to issue your
Judge,
citation. Keep it pushing.
Judge, we already read it. You late, Judge. Judge, you late. We read it already. Those that are coming
Crazy.
in, yes, we already read. The judge answered she rejected it.
Now they need
Yeah,
to come up with the watch.
judge,
Exactly, Nikki. Man, tall glass, what up? Right. Yeah, they might have shoot, they might have even put a tracker on that man's car.
Yeah, they probably did. But he needs to
I
go and
mean, think about it. Think about it. If they was, looking, he said they was looking at the, I mean, the VIN number you could get on the, it's usually up on the, in the front by the windshield, the VIN number. But then it also has it like if you open the door, sometimes it's on the door frame. And then, but if they went under your car or some shady stuff by the tire and all, oh yeah, they could have put a tracker on that thing.
But
So
they, you
Woody,
know,
I would just be
find the
careful.
they find trackers now.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. They could have been looking for cash, exactly. Because I know he was shopping. I mean, just be careful, Woody. Make sure. I think you're smarter than that. To not be carrying whatever else. But honestly, I would try to get out that area. I mean, because it's just gonna continue.
Thank you, Clifton, for the Cash App. Thank you, Mackenzie, for the Cash App. Sorry, I had to thank my folks for the Cash App. Thank you,
How you
Coco, for
been?
no.
How you been, Tall Glass? The pretty chick. What up? They coming to be funny. We already know she's not. Yep. Hey, Miss Burrito, she punching the air right now.
Hey, Jasmine, I just don't want to. I don't want no smoke. I just want to make sure I acknowledge you. I don't want no smoke. So to make sure if you type something, make sure you put it in purple heart so I can see it.
Hey,
I don't want
Jasmine.
no smoke, Jazz.
I agree, Sunday Dollar. I agree. But they gonna do that.
I don't want no smoke.
Yeah, no, I ride with my registration. Now my insurance, I have a picture of that. That's, on there. I don't have that on me.
Let me tell
But
you
yeah,
now, Georgia allows you to put your license on the thing. There's an app that you can put your license on. So I make sure I keep my license with me all
that's
times.
dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
it
I
had to be
always have my
approved.
my physical license because
Mhm.
typically if you don't have it, like unless you left it at home, or anytime I watch these body cam, anytime someone says, "Oh, I don't got it, it's at home," it's always because it's suspended. Anytime your license gets suspended, they literally physically take your license away,
Yeah,
and
they
then you
do.
pick it up for however long. Because I had got mine suspended when I was young in college. I was driving over 100, and they suspended it. They said, okay, you got to come into court, on this day. Physically, you have to be here. I came in, and then the judge suspended my license for 30 days. They took it. He said, I'm going to give you enough time to, till 6 p.m., which was like a few hours away. And then moving forward, you can't drive for 30 days. And then after 30 days, you come pick it up from, that courthouse. So typically, if it's suspended, they have it. That's why people will say, I don't
Look,
have it.
look, look what CMT say to you.
Well, okay. CMT. Let me tell you. One, it was a sports car. I drove a very fast Chevy Camaro. And two, this is like 8 years ago. I was in college, so I was young. You young. You trying to race and all this type of stuff. Now I drive an even faster car, but now I do it within reason. I don't drive 100 now.
That's so nice.
Heck,
Hey,
heck
CMT,
no.
can you say hello to Jasmine, please? Could you make sure you say hello to Jasmine?
I did.
CMT?
I said hi.
No, not you. I'm talking about CMT.
Oh,
CMT,
okay.
you supposed to say hi to Jasmine. We don't want no smoke from
F
Jasmine today.
F ya Mensa. What up? Man, you look good. But yeah, no, Fanny focused on the wrong thing. Lord, I agree. They worried about the wrong thing. And I'm telling you, I personally feel it was Miss Burrito who was really forcing this issue. That's who I think was really pushing for this. You feel me? Because it's
Yeah.
like y'all got all sorts of things going on in that area. Drugs, crime, murders, unsolved murders, apes, child abuse, all sorts of stuff. And you worried about this? Come on now. Y'all doing too much. Y'all targeting people. It's a shame.
Yeah. They right in this chat. They watching us today. Just say hi. Make sure you say hi to the state. Y'all make sure y'all make them feel warm in here.
What's
They
up,
walk-
State? How y'all doing? Stop harassing people if you don't mind. Yeah, that's. Are you gonna read it?
Well, I read it already.
No, I'm talking about the what was I thinking of?
I
No, I know you did. I saw it. I saw you.
what are you
I was just
thinking
saying.
now? Yeah, let me tell you, y'all made me pass my lunchtime, and I have
Oh, go
not
ahead. Well, do your thing, Sylvia. Do your thing. I was just. You
not
told me to
eaten
pop on.
all
I was
day.
chilling.
I mean, if you want to still continue to talk to the people, I can go downstairs and fix my food, and
Yeah, I mean, do what you got to do.
the
Do
folks,
what you got to do. I was just gonna read. I mean, how many people I can't even see. Yeah, they took some L's today. Now, I wonder how Miss Lying Love is doing.
oh
Look.
Lord, here we go. The thoughts of the person on my channel is not my thoughts. Please,
Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's hilarious.
the thoughts,
Hilarious as can be, man.
the thoughts of the person in on my panel is not my thoughts. Okay, I have to say stuff like this. I have to put all kind of disclaimer in here because they're gonna start blaming me for everything. So I gotta
Yeah,
put
which
these
is sad.
disclaimers in here.
Which is sad because you have nothing to do with.
Do none of this stuff.
Yeah, you got nothing to do with any of this. But again, with them, they just some haters. They're looking for. They want that. That makes their job. You know, it makes it fun for them. Imagine if you gotta deal with all this nonsense daily, this boring stuff, and pulling people over, and then you get a celebrity. Man, you gonna do everything to be, because they go home to their family showing them, look at this, look at I was on infamous Sylvia's channel. You see what I'm saying? They live for that. Let's just be real.
Look, and I'm gonna tell Thugger Daily. Thugger Daily threw me under the bus, y'all. I just want to tell y'all.
Really?
He was like, yeah, they were talking about Sylvia. They weren't talking about me. It's
Mm.
clearly. He
Yeah,
said
hey, Thugger
Sylvia.
Daily said I want no parts of that. He said that's Sylvia,
Thugger
not
Daily
me.
threw me under the bus, y'all. Thugger Daily threw me under the bus.
Hey,
He
they
threw me
trying to
under
say
the bus, y'all.
Thugger Daily had to clarify, like, hold
He's like,
up.
no, it was clearly Sylvia. If you look at the screenshot, it was from her live. I was like, he threw me under the bus. Wow. Where are your friends when you need one?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
He
Nah,
said,
but
"What's
Thugger
that?"
Daily, they probably just, looking out for themselves. I mean,
No, but that Thugger
but
Daily
what
is
what what Thugger Daily said, was it true though?
what?
As far as like, was it you? I guess like, was he pointing out the picture or whatever?
Yeah, y'all trying to get me. It's been resolved. The judge resolved it. Let's let it go,
Right.
people.
Okay.
Let's
So
let
yeah,
it
just keep
go.
pushing.
I'm not
Keep
putting
pushing.
me back in here again. Let's let it go. The judge
Yeah.
has resolved it.
Hey, judge cited and made the correct ruling, and we good. YSL page. You feel me?
Please do not put her name in that name with her name on my chat, please. Oh my god. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all got me scared to put in Rule 22 now because of this.
You, you crazy.
It got me. Oh my god. I'm telling you, the mean mug is gonna get. The mean mug is going to be deep tomorrow. I mean Monday. It's gonna be deep.
Oh, Sylvia, let me ask you this. This is what I wanted to ask you.
What's up?
Because I haven't been following it. With this Goodfella
Hmm.
case or whatever that you've been going to, is
Hmm.
is the judge Paige?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
So
she's
it's a
not.
different
This
judge.
one's not even the judge. She's just the magistrate judge that's going to for it to go towards the
The trial.
indictment. He hasn't been indicted yet.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So it's basically just like a complaint so far.
It's a complaint. Yes, right now.
Okay, okay. Has it been packed? Like, has the news and stuff been in that court, like, for this, or is it not like mainstream yet?
Hmm?
Like, has the courtroom been packed for this yet?
No, no, nobody really has been in there. Mm-mm. Nope, nobody's been in there except the families and things like that. But nobody. I'm the only one. And then the news started coming in because I wanted them to have some footage. So
Right.
I asked the other news outlet, could you guys come on in? And then they got the Route 22 to get in, and I had gotten my Route 22, but
See,
I didn't
you're
want to.
smart because you got
I
in.
didn't.
You got in quick.
Yeah, I was in from the beginning, from day one. I was there right after they got the arrest. In fact, when went for bond, I didn't go for that, but I knew when it was happening. So I've been there from day one for this. Just like when I was doing with
With the
YSL.
dog. Okay.
Folks, what folks didn't even know who I was.
Right. Until yeah. Dang. Well, I'm happy that, which I already knew it would. I knew Paige wasn't gonna. That's not substantial to just throw somebody in prison for some 20 years because they didn't even do anything.
And then you
But-
lie. You make all
And
these
you
up
lie about it.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to add more fluff. You
Yeah.
know, it's I mean, that's crazy. They pissed off.
But Fagan is not part of it now. She has to wait because she has to come back afterwards. Because remember her defendant, since she wasn't there for 2 days, they moved forward with her.
Sylvia, I'm crying.
What
Look,
happened?
somebody said she definitely punched in the air for sure. So where did I see that at? Dominique said, funny, let me do your braids next vacation you take. Yeah, because she had braids when she just did that
Y'all
interview.
need to, y'all on here acting up. This is for entertainment
Y'all
purposes.
clowning.
We're on entertainment purposes now, y'all. We're on entertainment purposes.
Exactly, CMT. Funny to
Look,
answer her own fire.
someone just sent me money towards my body cam
You said towards your what?
for a body cam.
Hey, I'm telling you, no, Sylvia, they really have them. Because I was doing when I was doing like Amazon or whatever deliveries, my buddy, he told me they have them.
They
He
have
had
body
told
cam
me
for
they
regular
have
people.
body cams, yeah. So like you could put one like on your
Hold
hat.
on, hold on. What do you call it? Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, I'm live still. You know that, right?
Yeah, make sure you know.
My car.
Huh?
They damaged my car. What I need to be doing about that?
They took your car?
They damaged my car. So it's something up on my passenger seat they took apart. And they
Right.
didn't fix it back. And I don't know how the hell they did it.
Lawsuit.
They just so it's a
Lawsuit.
lawsuit.
They damaged they whatever it was, they took it apart. She used it so I couldn't see what she was doing. Take pictures up under my damn thing.
See if there's a tracker. Tell them it.
See if there's a
If they
tracker
put a
in the car.
tracker, yeah. They could have. Okay, Sylvia,
Yeah,
ask him this. Did they issue him a citation? Did they give him any citation?
Did they give you a citation?
Yeah, because they see me recorded. So when they see me went live, they kept calling people on the phone. So
What is the citation? What is the citation for?
What's his citation?
Tinted windows.
Tinted windows.
Okay, so
Tinted
that's a fix-it ticket. That's a fix-it ticket. But just because, look, let me tell you, that is a lawsuit right there. They gave you a non-moving violation just to search your car. I will file a lawsuit today.
He said file a lawsuit, he said.
Today.
File a
Because that's
lawsuit.
harassment and an illegal search. 1,000%. And he even said on camera on your live, I don't care if you was white, black, purple, green, I was stopping that car. So he targeted your vehicle and you, and then he pulled your whole car apart, searching through everything because he said he smelled weed, and then ultimately only gave you a citation for a non-moving violation, which is a fix-it ticket for tinted windows. That
You
is
heard?
a lawsuit, bro.
I hear him loud and clear, and I'm gonna do something about it. I'm going to turn the fat in the morning because I'm tired of this shit. I keep telling him every time they keep putting up the same police officer. He just got my friend up the other day. He constantly keeps targeting us. And I just told him, listen, man, we ain't getting that. Ain't nothing in the car. There's no reason for you to be taking them out, detaining them, putting them in the backseat of your car. And I'm telling you now, oh, we don't know who they is, so we got to detain them. We didn't commit no crime. It's no investigation. If you said tinted window, what investigation are y'all doing?
Exactly.
Ain't no crime been committed. We smell marijuana. Did you find marijuana? They do not get y'all proper cars to keep trying to use that excuse to search your car because we black. First thing y'all want to run to is marijuana. Ain't nothing in the car. Let me try y'all.
Ask him. Did he ask? Did he ever ask to speak to a supervisor?
Okay, you need to get an attorney.
Yeah, you have to, because that's illegal. What they just did, and we saw it on camera, is illegal. I promise you, that is a lawsuit. And they tore your vehicle up and
Yeah,
they found
he hung
nothing,
up. He
and
hung
then
up.
just gave you a citation for 10.
He
Yeah,
hung up. He hung up.
wow, that's crazy. Wow, wow, that's so unfortunate,
He
man.
said they
It's
saw him
sad.
on live. That's why what happened, y'all. See, that was a good thing y'all told me to go do the live thing, show it, because they watching this channel. They see what's going on right
Right,
now.
that's what
So
they're doing.
I'm glad y'all
Wow.
told me to go to play his thing. That's what happened. They saw us live.
That is crazy. It's just sad, man, that they're doing all this for what? You know? Yeah, he definitely, especially, I'm telling you, Sylvia, it's not like he was racing. He got pulled over for driving 100, and they smelled weed, and so they went from there. He didn't do anything that caused them to act in this way. You see what I'm saying? And then he's saying that they tore up his seat and all that. Don't 9 times out of 10 when they do that, it's because they found something, or they think they're gonna find large amounts of this or that. They found none of that. So then they just ultimately said, you know what, we're gonna issue him a tenant window citation because it's a fix-it ticket. That's literally $25. If he gets that removed, all he has to do is go in and get that signed off. It's $25. Literally, it's not even gonna be on his driving record. So that tells me they literally targeted this man, because that's just a technical violation. That's like not having a front license plate. You see, technically they'll give it to you, but they're not just gonna stop you and harass you for that.
We
You
don't
got to
have
be doing something.
for license plates here.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, out here in California, but
Okay.
they're really harassing. He needs to get an attorney. I mean, I know he may not want to, hire one, but an attorney, if he explains to them this and shows them that footage and who he is, I promise you, that is a lawsuit, because it's harassment and you tore up his stuff. So at the minimum, y'all got to fix this. Y'all got to pay for these damages. Go get a couple estimates. I would go get 3 different estimates, so that way you have multiple, and say, look at the damage y'all caused for a tenant windows, literally for
They
tinted
can't.
windows.
They're not going to tear up your car, are they?
Yeah, no, they legally cannot do that. Unless it's like I said, they suspect, you got, large amounts of like weed or weapons, or that's the only time they'll start to destroy it. Is when they see that they found that. And I could hear the frustration and the pain in his voice. That's not cool, man. Especially as a black man, officer. They dead wrong for that. He definitely needs to jump on that. I promise. That's a lawsuit.
All right, y'all. You need to call Doug Weinstein. He needs to call Doug?
I mean, yeah, if Doug is willing to help, I would definitely reach out. I don't know if Woody has a lawyer. I mean, like on I'm not sure. He probably wouldn't just have one just on speed dial like that, as far as like that's constantly representing him throughout the year, like someone like a Young Thug, or most people don't just have that. But he can definitely get an attorney that
He
would represent him right now, right away. And he knows a lot of
he
attorneys.
knows Doug too.
Yeah,
He knows Doug. So, he went to the game with Doug, so they know each other.
right. Yeah, so he has, that's what I'm saying. He has attorney. What I'm trying to say is he probably doesn't have one that's on trying to think of the term right now.
On retainer.
A retainer, right? That's just constantly on a retainer, like someone like Diddy, or But he knows a lot of attorneys that would represent him in this type of case. Like I would, like you said, even call Doug if I'm him to see, you know, what type of, what type of case, what he can file, what he can do. Because just knowing what I know from the law, that was definitely illegal, illegal. And the cop told on himself, saying it didn't matter who it was, what color, he was stopping that car. That's your targeting for what? And just because of some tinted windows and the car was parked, I don't know if he was already parked and he got stopped there, or if he was driving and got stopped. I don't know how that played out.
I just
But
did, guys. I just text him and told him to call Doug. I just
yeah,
did.
he has to. Because and what's sad too, Sylvia, is I can hear the frustration in his voice.
Yeah.
His emotions were high, rightfully so. But I'm just glad that it didn't end up going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to mute for a second. I'll be right back. But
Okay.
I'm still here.
Well, I'm about dumb.
You have to go? Okay.
No, I gotta go because I gotta go eat. I haven't eaten, y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
When I come back on, you come back.
Okay. I
All
will.
right.
You gonna go live
Yeah, I'm gonna
again?
go live after. Yeah, but I gotta eat. I gotta eat. I got until 6 o'clock to eat. I gotta go eat.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right,
guys.
y'all.
All right.
I'll
Thanks.
catch y'all in a little bit.
Okay. Okay, guys. I'm about to get off because I gotta go find some food somewhere. And you guys, it's been real. We stayed on and we got the information. We stayed on long enough to hear that Judge Whitaker denied the motion from the state. All right. I have to go eat. I have to go eat, y'all. I have to go eat. Because my fast, and I haven't eaten all day. All I've been doing is this. And my fasting it was done since 10 o'clock. It was finished. So I'm way beyond my time frame. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me. We laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night.